keep all of our fans waiting. We definitely cannot keep all of our fans waiting. I'm sure there's millions just waiting for us to start here.
Well, I've just sent out a Dubry.
5 of them.
All 2 million of them. I don't know what you're talking about.
And close off.
We get that up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's he doing? He's concentrating.
Making sure it started, man. I got to make sure it started.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, I see it's on. How about that?
Nobody's watching,
Our
but
2 million, our 2 million fans are just waiting.
it's like half past 12.
All right. Well,
We're having brunch.
we'll just kind of hang out for a second and wait and see if anyone decides to join us. We got lots of interesting things to talk about today, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to spending some time here.
The first thing of which is Tony's fake victory with silent.
Oh no, it was a real victory because it's written down on a piece of paper.
A bit of paper.
It's written down on a piece of paper. It's got to be real. It's got to be real.
Yeah, you can tell. He's all pixely and laggy, and well, he looks more handsome.
Yeah, let me change Wi-Fi here.
That's a bit better.
Wonder, can we just make it? Oh yeah,
Is that better? Oh, that's better.
That's what I'm talking about. That's all we need right there. You guys just talk in the background, and I'll mute you every once in a while.
Yeah, it would be like we're interviewed on radio or something. There we are. Right. Oh, right. Okay.
I was trying to see how do I?
It's Tony's dodgy Wi-Fi, I think.
Oh, it may be all my kids being on the Wi-Fi at the same time.
So you in a warehouse? He's in a warehouse.
Oh my gosh! Look at that place.
It's a warehouse.
You don't even go to school anymore.
No, I'm in my basement because it's quiet down here. I can close the door. My study.
You can work from home. Do you know how to clean? Do you need some organizational skills or what?
That actually is organized, just so you guys know.
That is organized. Wow.
Anyway, we've got a couple of people.
That is
watching.
organized, yeah.
If you say hi.
Wow. That's a thing, isn't it?
Well, if I was in my the thing is I have a study that has I would look like rough. I have built-in bookshelves. The only problem is it's kind of like it doesn't shut off to the noise. So
I'm
you
just
guys would my kids. So down here I can close the door and it's pretty much taken care of, and I don't have a bunch of kids running around. So, and it may get interesting. My one son's friends coming over, so hopefully they don't get too loud. But when they play video games, they get loud because they yell at each other.
Not as loud as you.
So rough.
Louder.
When we schedule these events, do you invite your friends and your sons over?
No, this was supposed to be done yesterday at 4.
This is the discussion between me and Ruff right now.
To apologise. He doesn't shut up, does he? Anyway, what's up?
So are you scheduling people to come over and visit during your live streams? Is that what's going on here?
If we would have done this yesterday at 4, we would have been fine.
Don't blame us. Blame lock and load.
We blame on that.
Yeah, lock and load.
Lock and load. They
really go that late.
They took my primetime spot, man. I'm not happy with them at all.
It was good though.
We would have been better.
Well, we're here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they took my primetime spot away, thinking that they were more important than us. And of course, he scheduled it right in our time slot to get all of our viewers instead of us. So,
I just like to say, excuse the untidy shelf there, but that's all my war books.
Am I the only one that's clean around here, or what? Look at
My game shelf is tidy. Hello. What's that now?
Hey! But the thing is, you don't have a table other than your desk.
Yes, and it's still clean. You notice that?
Yeah, I clean. It's just untidy.
Okay. I'm kind of curious. Does this have capability to do a backdrop?
A backdrop?
Oh, it does.
A backdrop? What are you talking about?
How'd you do that then?
Okay, give me a minute here. Ha ha. I can do something here.
You think so?
What are you clicking
Yeah,
on?
you can. I can do a green screen. See, here's what I do. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know if I want to take the time, but I usually put up a green screen behind me and put some other stuff up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, don't bother. Don't bother.
Yeah.
We like the warehouse look. It's fine.
It's actually the storage room. It is actually like the storage room, our workout.
It looks like a storage room that doesn't.
Well,
know how to,
here.
Like a tornado went through it.
So if you look over here, I've got a shelf of games there. I got 3 full shelves of games right there.
Who's kicked the bucket there?
And then that's and then I have another bookshelf, another 2 bookshelves full of games like spread out throughout the basement. So I kind of get to take over the basement. So
where's your Candyland game? Is it arrived yet?
What?
Where's your Candyland game? Is it arrived yet?
No, but I do have a very, very large package coming Tuesday from a 3-letter company.
Really?
Oh, it could be anybody
coming. I got one coming on Wednesday.
It'll probably be here Wednesday because of the way the mail's going. But
I did my stuff early.
I've had mine already.
Yeah. What'd you get in your box besides Flying Colors?
Well, yeah, I got Flying Colors
and the Lock and Load stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, eBay. Some guy was selling off his complete set of what he had, I think. So I got, excuse me.
Oh, Heroes of Defiance.
And it came with a couple of trays, DVG trays, and the X maps.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Trays and X maps.
Tony, where's yours?
Unpunched.
I don't actually have the Lock and Load Tactical. I wasn't a big fan of it. I love the World at War and the Nations at War series. I love that series, but I wasn't big on the tactical series.
Well, I thought I'd give it a go. The price I got those for, it's illegal. I don't think he was, compos mentis when he put them on, but got them for about sort of 40 quid each or something like that. 40, 50 quid with the X maps and the trays, and one is unpunched. NAM is unpunched.
Yeah, but you don't have to do much on those punching. You just punch them out, and they're.
I know, but it's unpunched. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It qualifies as unpunched, so it's worth more.
Yeah.
In Rough Spring, it qualifies for more.
No, if it's unpunched, it qualifies for an unboxing. If it's punched, I don't do unbox. Well, unless it's a very sort of obscure game.
like most years.
I like that, RJL.
Yeah, thank you, RJL. Yeah.
So why don't you didn't not a big fan of the tactical?
No, I tried it. I got their sample kit, and I wasn't a big fan. I actually went through and tried all the tactical series. So like ASL, the ATS, that one. I haven't tried, and Jester, you got me interested in the school tactical. That looks pretty interesting. The old school tactical looks pretty good.
Which one did they get you interested in?
The old school tactical. I want to try that out. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, that's not a bad one either. That's That's over there. I'm not going to get it down, but it's a big heavy box. It's pretty good.
Well, it's a mounted board, so it's going to be heavy. So
yeah, and huge board.
Yeah, no, that one's got me interested. But I do like the Platoon series. I like the World at War 85 and then the Nations at War, of course. I like those from Lock and Load. I like the simplicity of like everything's basically on the chit, and it's a decent sized chit, and yeah, it's pretty intuitive. I didn't find the Lock and Load Tactical that intuitive. I don't know what it was, but it's just me, and everybody's got their own, what they like and what they don't like. The ATS I liked because it was detailed enough, but not super crazy detailed like ASL. But I love watching people play ASL. It's just entertaining to watch it.
I was thinking about pulling out the old ASS and giving it a whirl again, but there's too much stuff, not enough time. When I spend 8 hours a week, 8 to 10 hours a week, just cutting counters.
Oh, get out of it! Jeez.
Good Lord.
Cut them right before you play the game. What? You don't have to do them ahead of time.
I gotta do them ahead of time because with them sitting on my shelf not being clipped, it's like calling me. It's like Jester. That's what it is.
So what are you planning on playing, guys? Keep it short, Tony.
Rock of the Marne. Rock of the Marne is what I'm looking at right now. I just got the
unboxing,
yeah, and that looked really good. So it's one sheet of counters. I love the standard combat system.
I do. But it's that doesn't. It may do in the future. It just doesn't ring my bell, So, but good luck to you. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah. So it's been a couple weeks because I missed last week.
Never a truer word than in jest.
So let's talk about what we've gotten. So let's see. I got Flying Colors. I got Rostov 41, another standard combat series, which was a surprise because I didn't even know it was shipped already. I think, is that it? I got Stalingrad 42 and Holland 44, but that was a couple weeks ago. So that's
what are you going to play?
Huh?
What are you going to play next?
We'll get to that in a second.
All right. That's what I was going to say. I was going to play. I'm still videoing Doolittle. I've not had a lot of time over the last week or two, so still getting through that. Hopefully finish that next week. And then I've got to do Crowbar because people are starting to moan at me to do it. And then I don't know. I might open it up to the subbies and see what they want me to play, either Men of Iron or Flying Colors or even a bit of Lock and Load now. I've got about 27 of them. So I don't know. I'll open it up, even a bit of Nations at War because I got Stalin's Triumph as well, which was, again, off the old eBay, which I got for a great price, and it was the upgraded one as well. So that's fantastic. So I don't know what to do after Crowbar.
Okay. Tony, what about you, man?
Well, yeah. So the Rock of the Marne, basically. And then after that, I don't know. I have so much. I actually just want to start going through my games and start playing them. Just pick something and go for it. So.
Well, I started my World War II, Berlin to Barbarossa. That I'm hoping will, as you can kind of see, it's laying on my floor over there, out of the way, hopefully. But I mean, I want to try like 5 different things, and I always get ready to play something, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try this. Kind of like Rough Swordsman, who is gonna you were going to play your D-Day game, and now that's got postponed.
D-Day? Oh, what, the Peleliu and Tarawa?
Yeah, think
yeah,
about
no. Again, that might be another one. I think I'll open it up to the subscribers and say, look, what do you want? I'll give them a list. I'll do a poll and see what's best. But I've had a question.
You had a question?
Yeah, from yeah. This, yeah. They're from Orbis. They were my father's, and they're from 1972. It was a weekly thing you collected. It's great. Great thing. Ooh, maps. So that's what those are.
It's probably out of date by now.
No, well, yeah, sure, it's out of date, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the specs of the old Hurricane don't, change over time, don't they? So, yeah, that's what they are. And there's, I think, 8 of them in the series. But as you can see, this is very untidy. I've got to give it a bit of a makeover and tidy the books up. Got tons of books on the war. So that's what those are.
Between Ruff and Tony, they just clutter their stuff up. There's only one person that's neat around here, as we've already talked about. Neat and organized.
If we were up in my study, you would see a very, very organized bookshelves, like lots of them. I
see your bookshelves.
I buy hardcover. I try to avoid softcover. I'm kind of a book snob. I like hardcovers. I like first editions. Hey, Viper Dave. I have a book that was given to me that was from the early 1800s that was written by a person that actually handed out the money for the revolution from the revolutionary people, and he retold the stories that they told him, and it's the first edition of it, and it's pretty slick. So yeah, my bookshelves, like this is not what I would usually like to have as a background, which is why I like my green screen.
And in my defense, the reason that's like that as well, I had to have a quick shivvy round to get all the other games on the shelf, so everything's just sort of chucked in there. I haven't chucked in there, and I haven't got round to doing it. So next time we meet, hopefully that'll be a nice sort of sorted out bookshelf, unless I get any more games.
Let's hope so. You guys are dragging me down, and I mean way down. Way down.
I've got to move my stamp collection as well.
You got a stamp collection as well?
Oh, yeah.
And you collect little vases and...
Yeah, I'm a terrible collector. Yeah, terrible.
It sounds like it. Yeah, you've got a little bit of everything going on there.
Yeah, many hobbies over the years. But yeah, I do like, so that I might have to move those stamps. I've got a bit more room and tidy everything up. But yeah, there we go. So apologies.
So Tony, you got something coming this week.
Yeah, and it's not from GMT. It's a Kickstarter box. You should be getting
from the
DVG.
Yep.
DVG.
Battle packs.
I don't think it's coming. I got my email. I got my email too. I got
the email, and I've got the tracking sheet too.
The email said. I'll read you what the email said.
Don't you dare diss DVG. Terrible. I didn't go for the Field Commander stuff. Excuse me, the Field Commander stuff.
I went for one.
We are sorry about the delays of all of our Kickstarter pre-orders. We appreciate your patience.
It's not their fault.
Unfortunately, there was a locust swarm in India, which has diverted our ships, and now it's going to be another 2 weeks before we are likely to get them.
The ones I got, I've got a shipping notification, and they are in the mail, and I'm following them. I'm tracking them.
It's us in the UK that's got to wait. I say I didn't order the Field Commander or the Leader stuff, unfortunately. I couldn't afford it. I'd love to have got it. But I've got some more battle packs coming. for Warfighter.
Yeah.
Tony, sorry, Tony, do you have Warfighter?
Yeah, I do. I have the modern World War II. Yeah. I bought Mascone.
So he hasn't got the modern. I was thinking about this rematch doing a Warfighter.
I have the modern. Yeah, I have the modern. And I have the Warfighter one. I have both World War II and the modern.
Right. So we could all pick the same.
I don't have the private modern one, whatever that one is.
I don't know. What I'm thinking, and I don't know if it's any good, we could pick the same mission and objective.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could pick our own squad and see how we get on. If we've all got that
definitely for sure.
What about that, Chester?
My box is scheduled to be here on Tuesday.
We're talking Warfighter.
My box has got 14 things in it.
I'm about right there. That's not that much. I think I got about 7.
Crikey. But you've already got Warfighter, Jester, yeah?
Huh?
You've already got Warfighter.
I do have Warfighter, yes.
I'm just saying we could use that as the rematch. We could pick the same mission and objective, pick out.
Yeah, but I mean,
There we go. See, there we go. Look. Yeah.
The problem is, I mean, because of all those decks and everything, it would be totally different. I mean, I could draw like 6 easy things.
No, it's easy. If we'll just use the basic set, just go through your action deck.
When you draw for enemies,
go through the basic deck.
I can have a location that's like,
he's putting it off. It's so easy to do.
U.S. base. Oh, okay. I'll go to the U.S. base, and then I'll move on to the next location, and the next.
We'll all have the same decks. We'll all have the same hostile decks. We'll all have the same action deck. We'll all have the same event deck.
But you'll be drawing different cards. Not everything is created equal.
But then it's not if you're playing Rommel, because all dice throws are different.
How about you just stop buying random stuff and
get it out of it? See,
me and Tony got Field Commander Napoleon.
That's a good one. That's a fun one.
I haven't got it, you see. I'm just trying to think of
it's France again, so Tony might get stuck in the first area, but we'll talk about that later.
No, I've played it several times and have not, but of course you don't believe me because I didn't record it. So yeah.
I mean, I could write it down on a piece of paper and say, yeah, I completed the objectives and Ruff, you won. Good job.
True. It's true. Yeah, it's on paper.
I played it. I played Rommel 4 more times. Yeah, that's a rough scenario. That is tough.
It is.
Which one?
That Rommel, the first scenario. That I don't know if that should be the first scenario you should try because that one is rough.
Okay. Let's talk about the Kobayashi Maru, right?
Yeah.
Beat the scenario. What do you got to do?
You got to cheat.
You got to find a way to get around it.
Yeah, cheat. That's what Kurt did.
Did either of you guys check the web and see if maybe there's something that's like?
Oh, that's
I'll tell you what. Anybody? I think there's only one other guy that's played it, and he didn't do it either.
So there's only 3 people in the world that's playing this scenario. I got 2 of them on my live stream. Wow, I'm a lucky guy.
Didn't win it though.
So there's got to be more than that.
Well, I couldn't find any.
Well, then
because it's hard. People go, I'm not putting something up I lose on YouTube. Me and Tony don't care.
Maybe
I must really not care because that was
real life,
Well, did you hear what Dan Pancaldi said after he's like in Rommel on how not to win? He's like, I got you beat there.
Yeah.
So Dan had a rough time with it as well.
But it's still fun. It's still great fun.
Oh, it is. I had a blast. It was more. It was the hilarity of how badly I rolled. Like I could not believe
I think I got a bit further than you. I think I got a bit further into France than you, but not much.
No. Oh, my last one I played, I got Paris, and I got one of the objectives, and then it just went downhill. Yeah, it just went downhill from there. That's a tough scenario. There's not much to go around.
Yeah, it was building up on the what do you call it? The the pile of allied counters was building up.
That's.
I think the last one in the pot was the go one, and I thought, no, that's it. Once they go, that's it. I've got.
You can't get
So obviously Tony is talking to you two about this.
Well, I am, and honestly, I have my own little area that I generally keep pretty clean. Most of this stuff over here, that's all kid stuff. That's all kid stuff. This stuff over here is all kitchen stuff that we rarely use. My games, on the other hand, are organized.
Yes.
I'm thinking about reorganizing because I think I want to reorganize them by.
I think it was a short answer one, Tony.
What?
I think it was a short answer he wanted.
No, that's my short answer. Yes and no. Yes for the first question, and no for the other one.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, I'm married, and this is my area. And as you can see, this is a little bit because I've had to move it around to make this bit a bit more tidy. But normally, it's very tidy. And I have my game area there.
So when you move something,
make
room for something new.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to take the stuff you're moving and just throw it anywhere.
Well, I have to because
an area for it and put it there nicely.
If I don't, then I haven't got room for the thing I've moved. It's a bit like Homer, yeah? Homer Simpson. When you learn something new, it pushes something old out. So it's the same here. I've got to move something and just stuff it in there for a minute until I can sort of spread it out a bit more.
That's coming in my box.
RJL, wait till Tuesday, Wednesday when my package arrives. You're going to see, and that is on my radar. That's why I ended up getting the DVD package, was because you can't find Fleet Commander Nimitz anywhere unless you want to spend $200.
And they've fixed it up a little bit too, from what I hear.
Yeah, and it's supposed to come with.
It wasn't at its best in the first edition.
Fleet Commander Nimitz, Expansion 1, Expansion 2, and Expansion 3 I'm getting.
Well, what I have to do...
Tiger Leader Expansion 1, Expansion 2, and Expansion 3, Deep Dish Counter Trays, and Apache Thunderbolt Leader, and Expansion 1, 2, and 3, and U-Boat Leader. That's what I've got.
Oh, right, yeah. I'll have to throw myself on the mercy of Sarah at DVG and see if...
oh, my God, he's still begging.
Yeah, see if she'll be kind enough.
If you get your monk outfit on, maybe you can beg a little better.
Terrible, isn't he? But anyway, no, I just couldn't.
It's all good.
I couldn't afford the Kickstarter.
Yeah. I was actually Rock of the Marne. I got off of eBay, and I got it for $25 with free shipping.
That's not bad.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you can find some deals on eBay. It's a problem of going through and just getting through all that other trash that's on there.
The overpriced stuff.
Oh, God. My goodness.
You're going to type in any game and you're going to get a list and there's going to be like 50 of them that are like 3 times the price you want to pay. And then there'll be like maybe 2 that'll be reasonably priced.
Or 3 times the price. 3 times the price of what it's worth too. Yeah. Sorry, sorry.
It's all right. I was just going to say on there, if you're, some of the prices, there's a big range of prices. If you're a collector, you want something in perfect condition that you're going to stick on your shelf in the shrink wrap and leave it there until whenever. If you're a player, you want a bargain. You don't care if it's sort of been played or whatever. But what amazes me is some of the games on there, all the boxes, some of the classic games, all the boxes are ripped and they're asking hundreds of pounds for them because they think, oh, it's a classic, it's got to be worth it. But a collector wouldn't go near it. And somebody who just wants it to play wouldn't go near it because it's too expensive. I've finished.
Are you done?
I agree with you, Ruff. I do agree with you.
Or go ahead.
That's a lot.
I'm looking for the $20-$30, not the $80 to $400 or whatever there is. I'll do 50, $60, but if it's unless it's I don't know. It's I don't know.
There was some game on there. I can't remember the name. It was a class. It's a well-known monster game, and this guy wanted £600 for it. And you're thinking, what? I could buy a car for that.
Case Blue, unless it's Case Blue, it's not gonna. You're not gonna get that.
Yeah.
But even so, you know,
I'm not paying it. I know somebody that has paid it.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's might be somebody out there that is willing to pay it. Who knows?
Yeah, and this is what they rely on. And also because you're much bigger than us over in Blighty, there are more people selling games. So, and it's all sent in the country, whereas us, we have not so many people playing the games. And if we go and get it abroad, you've got crazy postage and exchange rates. Yeah, so I was very lucky with my Lock and Load stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, but you know, here's the other side of the whole coin. Okay, I've got like 4 Kickstarter things. Of the 4 Kickstarter things I've done, 3 of them are being published over there in Europe, and so I've got to pay extra to get them to publish.
About time,
huh?
About time as well.
So I think one was in Poland, one was in Germany, and one was in, I think it's in the UK. Is the other one. So
which ones are those?
Huh?
Can you remember which ones?
I can't remember, but I can look.
It's only been nosy, just interested.
Yeah, there's you guys have a couple of producers over there that I was like, Ralph, you played the Battles of the Black Cavalry, I think is what it was. The one with the dice. That stratagem, that actually really got me interested in that because that was just a different system altogether with the cards. So I was kind of, I was looking at that one and I can't find it around here. Like I just got on Strategema's website and I just,
the postage terrible.
Not expensive. Oh, here, by the way, you are actually the first one on their website. You're unboxing.
And I think the playthrough's on there as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah, scroll down the playthroughs, yeah.
The thing is, they've got a new game out. They haven't sent it to me yet. I think they've got the ump with me.
Which one is it?
So this one is called The Great Wall. It's a board game from Awakened Realms in ancient Egypt. Build and defend the Great Wall.
It's got miniatures.
Huh?
Is it miniatures?
Yeah, they got miniatures and everything. Yeah.
Oh, I've lost interest now.
Let's see. Let's see if I can find the other one.
Messerschmitts.
"1941, Race to Moscow."
Did somebody do a playthrough of that recently?
No.
He did.
Who's that by?
Who was it? It was Stuka Joe did like a preview of it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
So
Who makes that one?
Phalanx.
Phalanx, yeah.
Yeah. Now I got this all.
Now what you done?
I don't know. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
What is it?
That's that one Tony was talking about.
Oh, Battle of the Black Cavalry?
Yeah, the mechanics with the deck of cards just looked really different, and it looked like it looked fun.
So, I've got to get this on the table as well.
Okay.
There's another one by them.
Oh yeah, I saw you do the box opening.
They're very thin boxes, and their latest one is that which I've got to get on. It's done by Stephen Pole, who did.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Blenheim, I think. Battle of Blenheim game. Not by them, but so yeah, They've got a new one out, but haven't sent it yet.
Huh.
Yeah, there's definitely some decent games over there. I mean, Vivictus, however that's pronounced, they do some pretty decent stuff. So there's some pretty decent European.
I don't know what you guys are complaining about, Tony and Ruff. They just want a bellyache, I think, because I mean, half the stuff is produced over there. All they have to do is order it.
This is a good game.
Oh yeah, that looked fun.
That's great. Components are beautiful. That it's made by. They used to be called.
What kind of components do they have?
Sorry.
What kind of components is there? Miniature.
Oh, they're beautiful. The map's lovely. Go and watch my unboxing. Hold on.
The counters looked really good too. Good colors.
I'm not sure if we can see this, but nah. But they're thick. Again, pre-rounded, just punched them out.
Nice. That's good.
Nice. Nice counters. The map's gorgeous.
So Tony, you mentioned that last time or something, or maybe I mentioned it on our Facebook group or something. You're not a big fan of,
sorry.
Of
Napoleonics?
No, we know that. The like the card-driven game.
Oh, I love card-driven games.
It was the area.
I was going to ask.
You said you didn't like the area.
Area movement. I don't like. I like card-driven games.
And we're back.
Wow.
Okay.
That was an internet glitch there, big time, Tony.
Well, while he's doing that, the other one they brought out was this. Great game.
Oh yeah. See, there's point games I like, and then there's some that I don't.
Mounted board, push-out counters. They changed their name to VUCA Simulations.
But the point-to-point, the area movement, I don't like.
I got two conversations.
I love card-driven games, though.
Right.
Oh my God, my email on the internet.
I think Tony's like 30 seconds behind or something.
Yeah, he's a bit like this. That's what it looks like. And fuzzy.
And now he's
frozen. Pay your internet bill.
It's so hard to find some good co-hosts, I tell you. I need to.
So freaking annoying.
I guess I'm going to have to send out an email or something. And so, card-driven, what do you think of card-driven games, Ruff?
I can't get on with them.
Can't get on with them.
I know.
What the hell does that even mean?
To be honest,
I don't know.
I haven't played that many. The only card-driven game I've played is Warfighter, if you can call it card-driven. It's all cards, isn't it? But I always think that has he frozen again, or is he just being silly? He's they're much better. They're much better, I think, for two-player games. For solo, they're a bit more difficult, aren't they?
I don't think they're that much difficult. They are difficult, more difficult, but I don't think it's that bad.
I don't. There is a Stuka Joe made a card-driven game solo assistant, which is really, really good. But for me, you're going to have 6, 7 cards or whatever you got, right? And you're going to play the card and you're going to do all the actions. You don't have to worry about what your opponent does because he can't opportunity fire. He can't do any. He can't do anything to interrupt what you're doing. So, if you play the event, you play the event. If you play the operations or whatever, you get to do whatever you want to do, and the opponent really has no say. He can't say, "Oh, you can't put the units there."
There's not a card he plays that goes, "No, you can't do that," because there are in that's card-driven. The Frederick II. It has some cards. If somebody plays, "I'm going to march," you can play one that says, "No, you're not."
Okay. All right.
So,
but very few examples. So, I think for solo, it's like, okay, I just look at my cards and I go, okay, I'm going to play this card, I'm going to play the event or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
I've got to try them then. That's the only thing that's put me off. And talking about that game, I was looking at a copy on eBay. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, but it went for about 25 quid.
For which game?
Barbarossa.
Barbarossa de Bruyne? Okay.
Yeah.
You have
now. I was gonna ask you, Jester.
Tony, you're back.
Yeah, I switched Wi-Fi hookups, so hopefully this will help.
That's better.
I was going to ask you if there is an opening move to that game. Like a lot of card-driven games, there's like the standard opening move for both sides. Is there really an opening move? I mean, other than the prescribed one, the Barbarossa card that you have to play, but is there like?
Well, this one's interesting in the fact that you have a choice of two cards. You have a Barbarossa or you have the Von Paulus card, and each has different effects that will come into play. The opening move is an attack on Russia, but there's some opinion on which areas to attack and with which units and stuff like that.
Okay.
This is one of those games where as soon as you make your move, everything changes. So your opponent can say, like in the first turn, the Germans ended up surrounding those Russians.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Russians have to decide, do I try to push and see if I can get those units back in supply or not? And then depending on what they do, changes what you're going to do. So, I mean, it's quickly like a game of chess, right? You're going to move a pawn and you're going to move a pawn. And then after that, who knows what's going to happen,
Because I was watching your video and it really got me, like, I was really interested in. And then that got me to thinking, because, like, there's always that opening move to a lot of the card-driven games. Like, you always do the same thing to start off with. And it really didn't seem like that was an issue with that game. It seemed different. You know what I mean? It didn't seem like there was an opening move per se. It seemed like you could do a few different things and you really don't know.
I had thought about the advantage with the Barbarossa card is it gives you 5 operations, or it gives you 5 use event, but it gives you 5 attacks, where the Von Paulus only gives you 4 attacks. And what some people choose to use that extra attack down in Africa to take over Tobruk, because that's an important victory point location, and getting that first attack before the British and the Canadians and everyone can come over and help reinforce is a good thing. So I mean, I don't play it enough to know it for sure. It's probably been 20 years since I played it, but I think it's a really good. I love card-driven games. I really
yeah. I know you do. I know you do.
Probably my favorite kind of game, and even more than like regular hex and counter. I would rather play a card-driven game because there's so many choices to make. Right? Which card do you play? What do you play it for? I could play this card for the event, okay? Or I could play this card for the ops, or I can play it for reinforcements. I can play it for strategic redeployment. So, just because you can have the same hand, but, which card do you play first? Do you play this card first? Do you play this card? So I think, for me, there's a lot more strategy in card-driven games than any hex and counter type game, because in a hex and counter type game, you're going to see the units, you're going to know what's going on, you're going to be able to adjust. And like I mentioned, the main thing about card-driven games is when I play my card, the other player isn't going to be able to do anything. There's no opportunity fire. Usually there's no way to say, oh, you can't move new units there or do anything like that.
So you pick the best one for the side you're playing. I'm going to play this one when I'm playing.
If you're doing it solo, you're kind of thinking, okay, well, what am I going to – what's my goals? What am I trying to accomplish? And try to narrow down, because you might say, oh, well, we got a really good start in Russia. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play another 5 operations and do some more attacks in Russia because I got a really good start in Russia. Well, then your opponent might be like, okay, well, then I'm going to do something else that's going to cause you to lose Africa or invade, Italy or something, then all of a sudden you got to go, oh, well, shoot, now what am I going to do now? My next move was going to be another attack in Russia, but now he's landed units in Italy, and I can't just ignore those, because if Italy surrenders, there goes my southern flank. So I think there's a lot of definitely a lot of reprintability, because when to use the cards. Some cards like this one here, excuse me, have an event, but then it has a let's do it like this. Has a little asterisk after it, which means if you play it for the event, this game goes out of the game. It goes away.
Right.
So you can play it for 5 operation points, and it doesn't go away. So the question is, when do you use this event? You can keep using this card for 5 ops, which is a lot better than 2 ops. You can see. So I got a card here that's worth 2 ops. So operations are basically, you can activate a location to either move or fire. So if I got 5 different areas, I could use 3 to move and 2 to fire. But if I only have 2, then I'm only going to be able to move 2 spaces, 2 locations, and have them move. Excuse me. So playing this event might be really good, but then you lose your 5 operation points.
Right.
So when do you play this card? And there's some cards you have to play before you can play other cards.
But you're finding it okay for solo, yeah? It's okay.
I do. Like I said, I don't. You play the one side, and then you put those cards down, and you pick up the other cards.
Not most games, yeah.
And you're looking at those cards then. And you're going,
what about
this I do?
What about games like Combat Commander? That's card driven. That's very hard to solo, I understand.
That reaction cards.
I don't think.
One at a time.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say there are reaction cards in that game, so you really can't. I mean, there's ways, but
you play something. No, you don't, sort of thing. Yeah, I'm going to do this.
No, not necessarily.
Well, in Combat Commander, yeah.
Yeah, Combat Commander. It's a. It's how do I explain it? It's there's a lot to know on the cards, right? There's a lot to know on the cards to be able to play both sides. You're going to have to know all the information plus all the things. When I'm taking my turn, right, the only thing that you can do is if we have combat, there's combat cards. And then you can play a combat card. But you can look through the cards and see in 2 seconds whether or not there's a combat card.
Right.
So like it'll have like a CC on it. It says combat card. So if I go look through the opponent's hands and I go, well, he's got no CCs, he can't do anything. So I think for solo, I mean, you could try the assistant, which is pretty good too. And there's a Paths of Glory. Paths of Glory was saying,
you love that, don't you? You love that.
No, it's a classic, and it was on the BGG top 50 for the longest time.
That's right.
And for the game to be in the top 50 of all games out there, and it's just such a classic.
Again, it's well.
Yeah, I've got it.
You got it? Have you played?
No, I was about ready to play, but we ended up playing a distant plane anyways. And like he's over in Belgium right now, so we're gonna try to play on a Vassal.
Vassal, okay. I was gonna say Tabletop Simulator or Vassal or something.
You can play it on tabletop, I think.
Yeah, you can play it on Tabletop Simulator, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, for me, I think solo it plays fine solo. I don't see any problems, but there is that assistant out there as well.
Oh, I'll have to have another look at it. Of course, the card-driven or card-assisted games, I've forgotten, of course, are the D-Day games. they're card driven, aren't they? So
well, yeah, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Exactly. The cards run the AI, and
yeah, that's it. That's what I'm being a bit
this doesn't run the AI because you need to.
No, they're actually extra to the gameplay. Yeah,
right. It's kind of like Warfighter, which I don't really consider.
No, it's just a card game, but it's
a beer and pretzel game.
I think I
love it.
Hard to do something.
Love it, yeah.
Huh?
I love it. Warfighter. I love it.
Warfighter? Oh yeah, it's a really good game. Yeah, really good game. I think it's you can also not even classify that as a war game, really. I mean, it's got a war theme to it, but it's not really technically a war game.
Oh, people die. It's a war game. People shoot things. It's a war game.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I'll tell you what. It's the game when I play it. It's the one I swear the most at. It's terrible. I have to watch it when I'm doing a video. I couldn't do it live. I'd be off the air within 30 seconds. I get about things I say, but because I'm in the game, it's a very narrative-driven game, and the same with things like the Hunters and all that sort of thing. You get into it and you lose yourself, and God help anybody that's in earshot if you have a bad throw. So
your wife was just walking by, stopped, and then left.
Yeah, that's usual.
It's like, oh, he's talking to who's he talking to over there?
She's just I don't see so little of her. She's just reminding herself what I look like, and then going, "Oh, yes, I remember now," and then walking away.
She's like, he's talking to some bloody Yanks.
Yeah. I saw somebody walk past. I'll have to drag her one day over to the camera and really annoy her. I'll be regretting that for weeks.
My favorite is the card-driven game. What would you guys say is if you could only have one kind of game? What would be it?
Well, if I could take one away to a desert island, you mean?
Well, just not a specific game, but a
type.
Yeah, like a card. You could take all the card-driven games with you, or you could take all the I don't know what other classifications are there. There's.
I would still have to say Hex Encounter, but that's. See, what you like about the card-driven game is that kind of variability. It's not like you can't do whatever you want as much as you want. And so, like systems like the BCS, the Battalion Combat System, I love that system because you have to do a snafu roll, and sometimes you can do what you want, sometimes you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with like OCS is that whole I'm just going to run over things is not there because one, you have to have supply to do what you want to do. If you don't have supply, then you're up shit creek, and there's a couple different things. And those are the types of war games I like, is the ones where you're limited. And I know the CDGs, and that's why I like them, is because you're like, okay, I have this event which is really good, or I have this 5 ops card. It's like, but I want to do 6 things, but I can't do 6 things. I can only do 5. That to me, that's where war games come in really, really challenging, is when you can't, you can see what you need to do, but they limit you, and so you can't do it.
Yeah.
It takes that God omnipresent whatever view. I mean, you have the view
randomness into it as well, I suppose. So
yeah. Random tables, random event.
I love, as I say in my videos, I love a bit of random. I do. I love it. But yeah, with card-driven games, you're going to get that because every time you play it, you're going to shuffle the cards, get different cards, pick the cards, get different cards. But as long, I love games as long as they have that randomness in it, be it a table or whatever, because I do like that sort of the wrath of God sort of thing, or, you know, smiling on you. So I love all that. So it's got to have a bit of randomness, but it's normally hex and counter for me. I say the only point-to-point game I've played is that Frederick II, and that's great. That's a good game. I know very little about the history, but it was a very important part of history. Lots of things going on, but it's a great game. It's a good game, so I'd recommend it. I think what VUCA do, they're all sort of old games that they've revamped. That Frederick II was an old sort of 80s, 90s game that was published in a Japanese magazine, I think. And it's been revamped. And the same with Arkan. But yes, for me, hex and counter, randomness.
The one issue I have, and you guys can tell me how you handle it, is when I'm doing hex and counter tactical. I'm just talking about tactical games, like when I set up old school tactical and I was doing my scenario, right? I'm moving the guys, and then I'm moving the enemies, and I'm moving the other guys, and then you get to a point where somebody's got to do something, you know, to, you know, because they're both out like maximum range and maximum efficiency and everything. I've got them all to the point where they're ready to do something, but I know as soon as one side or the other side tries to do something, then I'm not going to be able to fool myself into what, oh, this guy's just going to move out. Like a famous example is in ASL, and I'm sure it's the same thing in ATS. Tony's probably played this, where you have all these units ready to go and you want to get to an objective or a building or something. So what you do is you send out a little half squad out there to get the opponent to use all of his opportunity fire up on them, and then you move all the rest of the counters up there. And for me, it seems like when you play in the hex and counter games solo, as opposed to with someone, I'm talking just solo, it's very hard to get past the point where I got units ready to do things, but, you know, if this guy starts moving, then these guys will shoot him and then he'll die. And then this guy will try to move and then this guy will shoot him and he'll die. And it'll end up just being I can't get to the point where it's easy to fool myself or put myself in different sides. I have to put myself in the same side, because every time I move a unit, I got to think, is the opponent going to opportunity fire? And it just slows the game down so much. That's why the Lock and Load Digital is really good, because that way I don't have to play both sides.
That's right. I was just going to say, it is a different mindset. It's splitting yourself in two. I don't find it a problem. Games like Panzer Grenadier are okay because it's activations and initiative and all that. So even if you wanted to do something, you can't do it because you haven't got a turn yet. So the other one, hi, Hethwell, and with Lock and Load and with Nations at War, you've got the solo, and World at War, you've got the solo cards, which are great. And people bemoan them because they go, oh, I wouldn't do that. That's a silly thing to do. But it's not you doing it, is it? It's the cards. And they may have a different reason for doing what they're doing. It may work, it may not, which is what I love. But I don't mind playing games double-handed. I don't really have a problem. I sort of, oh, I can see what you're going to do there. Right, he's going to try and, you know, I even think that when I push somebody out to try and get some opportunity fire out of the way, I think, oh, yeah, I know what you're doing now. Do I take that, or do I do, no, I'll do this instead. So I can sort of split, even though I know what I'm doing. I think I'm a little bit mad, and that does help. But yeah, I don't find a problem with that, but I love it when you've got the solo assistance, which is why I'm quite keen to try Lock and Load Tactical.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, I run across it from time to time, but even if I had somebody, you know, if I'm playing face-to-face and they're sending out a small little unit or one unit down the road, I'm like, oh, there's more coming. I'll wait. I'll wait till I have a decent target. If they're sending a half squad or an injured squad all the way down, I'm like, oh, that's just a human sacrifice right there. So it's one of those things. But then if it's like, okay, well, do I want to or don't I? I mean, it's easy enough to throw a dice. I mean, if you don't have like the card system or something.
Exactly.
If it's a 50-50, like, okay, should I do it now or should I do it? And you're kind of like that 50-50, just roll the dice and then go with it.
Yeah, you do the same for the opposition as well. Are they going to fire? Let's throw a dice.
Yeah. So it's not too bad, but generally you know the strategies that are going to be used against you. So when you get to that point where you're like, okay, well, I mean, I was playing the Battle of Way. I'm working on the Battle of Way scenarios through ATS, and I'm playing the Marines against the NVA, and we're coming across the bridge, across the Perfume River. And so I'm across the bridge, and I'm like, do I take the whole stack or do I send one guy out to see if I can draw some fire? And as soon as I did that, it's like I sent one guy out. He let that guy go, and I got to the point. But then I was like, oh, okay, we're good. And then I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden he just, inundates me. So it's like, yeah, you can kind of know what people are going to do. As long as it's not, a lot of the times when you're in a hex, in an objective hex, a lot of times just waiting for things to happen, because if they're sending down one squad and it stops before it gets to me, I know they're going to be sending down a bunch more, and then I'll just use my activation to fire instead so I can hit the whole hex instead of just the one unit.
Yeah.
So opportunity fire in some cases, I think, is overused in some games and by some players, because you're usually going after a unit and not a hex. So it's just the unit that moved you can fire at. While if you wait till your activation or your turn, you can nail the whole hex instead of just that unit. So in some cases, opportunity fire, I think, is overused by some players. And, I don't, it's tempting to do that. Hey, they're moving this way, I can nail them right now. Well, the problem is you might not be able to use that unit like in ASL and ATS. Once you op fire, you're done with that unit. At least in ATS, you're done with that unit. You can't use them anymore. I know, and and it's like with Nations at War and well, I know I haven't done that yet, but I know World at 485.
It's the same.
Yeah, unless you get an activation to redo it to
all the counters off. Yeah,
that unit's stuck. You can't do anything, and then all this.
That's what I love about it. Do I do it now, or do I wait for my turn? Or I don't find it a problem playing solo. I don't play face to face. Nobody likes me apart from you two. Don't leave me. So most of my games are solo, and you have to think. Like you're saying, I'm going to take these guys across a bridge. Now, what's going to happen if we all trundle across there? So we won't do that. That's common sense. What would you do if you were commanding those troops? And if you're the opposition, you think, right, if they're stupid enough to send them all across at the same time, I'm going to have them. But I bet they will send them across in dribs and drabs. Now I've got to decide when's the best time.
Which unit?
Yeah, which one to fire at. When do I do it? Do I leave it, let them get across, and then chuck something at them or whatever? So, I don't find it a problem whatsoever.
Yeah,
but I can see
what I have with that is it turns the game into a gamey issue, because you are not playing what your units would be doing.
Well, you are. You decide whether or not you're going to send them across, and the other guy is sending them to fire. If I'm hunkered down in a bunker and I can only see an opening and then into the first hex of the woods, I don't know that there's a whole army behind them. Somebody comes running out of the woods at me, I'm going to shoot at it. I'm not going to be like, well, let me think. Well, okay.
More guys in the forest, so let's just wait a little bit and see if we get more guys to come out first.
But if you're playing face to face, the guy can see there's more in the forest, unless they're hidden. And not many games have hidden units in them. So, if I'm playing against somebody and they've got 10 units in the forest and they send one out, I think, oh, well, I can see some more there. So I don't know. Don't know how that works. Is that me?
Who's playing the piano?
Is it me?
It's not me.
Quite nice. But yeah, if you can see there are other units, that's what I'm saying. So if you're playing,
it's hard to play a game when you're God and you know the rules, you know the counters, you know the maps, you know everything you need to know. You're kind of playing God and deciding what happens with everything. Fortunately, a lot of games now are coming out with solo assistants, which are help. And Tony, the coin system, they've released the last 2 games in the coin system came with solo bots built into it. Have you tried any of those yet?
Not the new ones. The old ones were just flowcharts. And actually, they started really making them smarter about the liberty or death level. And they've actually manipulated them. But yeah, they're starting to bring out the little decks, the solo decks for the rest of them, slowly for surely. But I find that game, you really don't need the bots. It's not too much on hidden. You know, you can really play.
You played that solo, right?
Yeah. I think you can play 4-handed, you know, pretty easy without having the solo assistance. It's just one of those things where it's like the first couple games, they said every time if you were first on the event or you could play the event, you play the event, whether it helped you or not. Starting around the Liberty or Deaths game, which I think that's like the 4th or 5th one, they actually said, does this event make this you know, like if it's like, let's say the Native Americans, does this give you more warriors or something? And if it doesn't, then go down to your operations. So it actually prioritizes when you actually use the cards. And then to me, that actually made sense. I was like, okay, because not every card is going to be helpful or even worthwhile when it comes to it. But playing 4-handed on that is pretty easy. One is each turn you're only playing 2 factions. And you don't know which faction is going to go first until you kind of do. But, you know, it's one of those things you still don't always know which faction is going to go first. And then is that faction going to do something to you where you're like, well, I want to take a look at the next card and the next card's better, so I'm just going to pass. So to me, it's one of those things. Hex Encounter is one of the type of games where it's definitely you're seeing everything you're not really supposed to see that you wouldn't see if you were a commander. So that's always been my issue. Any game that actually limits your ability to do what you want to do, we go back to that. That's where Hex Encounter, you know, I don't want to be able to take one stack, make it a monster stack, and run across. ASL is notorious for that. ASL you can do it, or ATS you can do it too. But, you know, if somebody opportunity fires you and all of a sudden you got hit, that could really break that down. So I don't know. I haven't tried the card ones because the first one that came out was Gandhi, and I really want to play that one, and I just haven't got that one out yet.
When are we going to see that? I mean, seriously.
What?
When are we going to see some
point
on your channel?
Do you want me to do it next? I'll do it next. I'll do it.
I've been telling you since Labor Day. You had the whole day off.
Well, that Labor Day was when I decided to be Field Commander Rommel and just failed miserably. So, no, I own that one. I own that one. That was some of the poorest rolling I
ever talk about that. We still got time.
Oh.
Don't worry. I haven't forgotten.
You've just reminded him.
No, I haven't.
I haven't played a coin game, so it's up to, and they don't really, again, tickle me me great nuts. So it's up to you to try and inspire me with the game.
With the game?
Yeah, to see it go. Oh, it's not as.
I wanted to play them in order from Andy and Biss. Like,
I'll get rid of that idea. No.
Okay.
We want you to play.
Sorry, I quite like the fact if you've got Liberty or Death.
Yeah.
That would be of interest to me because
yeah, we don't care about the Brits. Go away. Play Fire in the Lane because that's the one I'm interested in. So don't listen to what
the most complex one.
That was my first one I've ever played too, by the way. That was the first one I ever played.
Well, see, I want to see how it plays because they have the solo bot assistant and the P500 ready to come out.
Yeah, I've got that P500. Yeah,
get it while it's on the P500, so it's cheaper. So I need to find out whether or not it's something I want. So it's card driven, correct? Mm-hmm. So I think that's a plus for me and a minus for Ruff because he doesn't know how to read cards. Hang on a second, I'm not done.
Oh God.
So I think that's a plus for me. When Ruff learns how to read, maybe he'll be able to play card-driven games.
I can read. I went to a school in England.
That's Britain. Anyways.
It's not.
So I want to see how the coin games play. And for me, the most interesting one is
Vietnam. It is actually probably one of the,
I mean,
it's probably the most interesting ones out there for sure.
The NBA, you have the Viet Cong, you have America. And this is technically, there is some fighting and stuff, but it's not technically a war game. It's more of a area manipulation type conquest game-ish.
What's funny is I don't like area control games, but I love coin games.
Yeah, so what's up with that?
Area control, I don't know. There is a lot of fighting airstrikes, assaults, sweeps, and stuff like that. So yeah, there's definitely some conflict involved in most of them actually.
So it kind of reminds me of. Did you ever play 1960, The Making of the President?
No, I have not.
So you're basically playing a card, and you're okay. I'm going to add 2 blue cubes, and I'm going to remove a red cube from this, or I'm going to play a card, and then I'm going to add influence to this state, which then flips it over to me. Instead of blue, it's now red. It kind of reminds me of that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's just it oversimplified, but same idea. You have to maneuver your stuff into the right ones, and just because you moved in doesn't mean you take it over. I mean, in some cases you do, because some of them you have to have the population plus the support. When you move it in, you get control of it if you have more than all the other bits. But the problem is you're limited on how many. So if you move too many over into one area to get control of it, it weakens another area. So if you move troops into too many spots, you're never going to get the control. But you're also maybe if you finally do get control in an area, you've kind of weakened the other one. So definitely,
the main question is, with all that clutter, would you be able to find one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it's not too bad.
What were you saying, Ruff?
Sorry?
What were you saying now?
I was just saying it's card driven in a different way, and I was also trying to find. There's a chap that's done a Vassal playthrough of Fire in the Lake.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Antley.
That's the guy. Yes, he's been away for a while.
He's still going through it right now.
Yeah.
So he's on his last coup round. So we'll see how. But yeah,
I'm watching them and I'm thinking, when's something going to happen? It's. I suppose it's a bit like cricket. It's better playing it than watching it. It's.
I don't know. Some T20 is pretty good though.
Baseball is better playing it than watching it.
Test cricket is boring. T20 is interesting.
Yes, that's great fun. But yeah, it's more fun playing it. But you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that it's. So we want dancing girls and snazzy lights, giveaways. The big USA thing to make it interesting for us, sort of Brits.
Yeah. No, and the thing about Liberty or Death, there's actually more combat in Liberty and Death than the other 4 I've played. Yeah. And the combat's a little different. You actually roll dice for combat. And depending on how many troops you have of each side, depends on how many dice you roll. And then if you have the most you can roll is 3 dice per side. And a lot of times you're rolling 3 for one and 1 for another, because obviously you're not gonna try to take over an area that has the same number of troops. So that one actually has a lot more combat more combat than what the other ones do. I personally, from what I've played, think it's more of a 2-player game than a 4-player. If you're the French, you're just sitting there doing nothing for the first half of the game.
Then waiting for your opportunity. Yeah, yeah.
So I really think that's more of a 2-player than a 4-player game.
But it's solo's fine.
Solo's great.
I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah,
I haven't finished yet. Leave it up to you which one you want to play. But do it live so I can heckle you. Do a jester. Do it live.
I was going to get a web camera and I bought one, but ended up my son's using it for virtual school and it didn't do what I wanted to. It didn't focus. Like when you got it something closer, it didn't have an automatic focus on. Which is why I asked you, Jester, which one you used. When I got on there, they bumped up the prices majorly for those things.
Oh, really? Because I think
they're like 130, 140.
I think I spent what, 60 or 70?
Yeah.
Or
well, everybody needs a webcam now because everybody's working from home. So they've jumped up the prices. I'm still keeping an eye on it for Amazon. We had some stuff we purchased recently, so I got to let the credit cards get paid down before.
Games, yes, we know.
No, it wasn't actually. It was mattresses for like all of us. So
yeah, right.
But that's why I like my Kickstarters because I already paid for them.
That's right. It was a Kickstarter.
I paid for it already. And
that's their excuse. It was a Kickstarter. So I got something coming Tuesday and Wednesday.
Like I said, mine's supposed to come Tuesday from DVG, but we'll see. It's usually a day late. So
I'm not happy with DVG. You know how much they charged me for my order? I mean, not my order, for shipping. They charged me $50 to ship it. $50 to ship it.
But it's huge, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
those games aren't light.
$50 to ship it? 50? Are you serious?
I don't know.
Okay, from what you told me that's on there, that's probably 50 pounds worth of game.
I will tell you because it has.
He doesn't do things by halves, so he's probably bought the whole warehouse.
Nice thing is most of that stuff's already rounded, so you don't have to do much clipping on those games.
I love clipping. I'm sorry, I must be weird.
And I do too because it's kind of like fun. I enjoy it because sometimes I can't play, but it's something I can do for the hobby, and it makes the games just look so much better.
And you're looking, you're going, oh, what's this counter then? As you're clipping it, oh, that's and it all goes in there, So
yeah, as I was playing Silent Victory, it was.
Sorry, Tony. Just just as looking up stuff. Coin then. Decide. You've got to try and convince me.
Okay, I'm doing Rock of the Marne next. Maybe I have 2 video tables, so I have 2 tables I can play at the same time. So I might do like 1 turn of one, and then I can't say turns because a turn is so short on the coin games. But like maybe do a couple of cards on another and just kind of go back and forth. I think I do have a little bit of ADHD, so because I like get going in a game and then I kind of like lose interest. So if I have 2 projects going on, easily flip to the other one and then go back to this one and go back and forth.
Yeah, I'd love to have 2 tables. So yeah, I'm fed up with that. I'm going to go on this one and video that one for a bit and then go back. But okay, I'll leave it up to you which one.
Okay.
But that's your mission. Should you decide to accept it?
Where do you draw a line between player mostly, collector? If you don't open it, you're a collector.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah, if you buy it, I would say you're a collector if you buy it just to have it as opposed to not play it.
Yeah.
I mean, I might buy something that, like, for example, Atlantic Wall, that I got at a really good price, but I'll probably never play it because of the size and the scope and everything. But I got it because I think down the line, because I got it for a good price, I'll be able to sell it for more.
Oh,
so
not that you might one day play it. One day,
probably not.
Oh, they will never say never.
I will say never for this.
Oh. All right.
It's that Goss system. I can't wrap my head around it.
I nearly bought one.
Did you?
I nearly bought the Hergedon's Woods. Is it the?
Yeah.
And there's another one, isn't there? But there was a chap who said, "I'm never going to play this." It was unpunched. It was open, but it was unpunched. And I thought, it'd be great, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever play this. And it went for about 40 pounds.
40?
Wow.
Which is nothing.
That's like 60 bucks.
Yeah, if that. Yeah, it's...
The 290 is what they're going for.
Damn, I should have bought that.
Yeah.
And just put it on the shelf. But I thought, no. Because it can get silly, can't it? And I'm starting to find now that if I don't get a bit of willpower, there'll be bailiffs knocking on the door, asking for money. So I've got to rein it in a bit.
See, I've got to the point. I did that spending a lot. Like when I first got into it, I was like Jester right now, like getting stuff in like every other day. I was going crazy on eBay. And then finally I kind of sat down and I looked. I'm like, I'm never going to play all this. And so I've got to the point where now I really only buy it unless it's something I know I really, really, really want to play. Or it's part of a system I've already learned.
Yeah,
I don't have to relearn it. And
it's like Stalin's Triumph. Mm-hmm. I'm always on the lookout for a bargain. We all have a bargain, don't we? So
yeah,
I never about never buying anything for a while. If something crops up, say like the Lock and Load stuff and Stalin's Triumph, you're going to grab it because you're not going to get it that price again. But eBay I have a look on.
Line is a collector buys it not to play it, but just to have it. Whether it's open or not. Like I said, I got that Atlantic Wall pretty reasonably priced, less than half what it's going for. So I figure, even though it's punched,
somebody will buy it off you.
Yeah,
somebody will eventually. Because monster games like that don't get republished every year. There are certain games like Combat Commander, or Twilight Struggle or something like that. You can have a pristine first edition and it's not worth anything because there's like 12 different editions of these games.
Yeah. So he's getting these.
Hey,
little one.
Hi.
Watcher. Tony's going, don't call him over. Don't encourage him. No,
Tell
don't.
your dad to clean the basement.
Most of it's his stuff.
Clean the basement. He's an embarrassment.
Oh, that should be above the Nintendo Switch up there.
It's where the other clutter is.
Where all the dust is.
Where the other bunch of clutter is.
Hey, close the door, please. Thank you.
I can't talk. Anyway. So, yes, eBay is great, but not.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, the American Revolution series I've got, the tri-pack. Yeah. Great, I love it. There's Germantown, which doesn't often come up. Got it?
Yeah, I've got that one. I think I got that one off of eBay. Yeah,
you're good. This is at nearly £6 at the moment, which is about $7, $8.
When's the day up? How long does it got to go?
There's 30 people watching it though, so you can bet your bottom that's going to go bonkers, isn't it? But I'm looking at that, thinking, I'll have a go because I love the system. I love the American Revolution stuff. And there isn't a lot of it about, is there?
No.
Game-wise. So I know we lost, but I do like it. So I'm looking at that.
Is the Command & Conqueror's Tricorn? Is that from American Revolution?
Yes. The Tricorn, yes, that is.
Yes, Tricorn is, yeah. It's Command &
Yeah.
Command & Colors. But so I'm looking at that. SPI, no, it's too expensive now. Golf Strike. Anybody played Golf Strike?
No, but I know Kev Sharp did a video on it.
That's going for $10 at the moment.
What are you shopping while we're doing a live stream? What's going on here?
I am, yeah. Never stop. Always check.
You literally just got done saying you're going to curb your buying potential.
I am.
What's your wife's name? Because I'm going to yell. I'm going to yell for her.
She's upstairs. It's all right. Yeah, it's Gaina, but
Gaina, he's ordering more stuff, Gaina.
But yeah, only if they're cheap. You know, things.
Anyway. I'm going to have to curve because I've got too much stuff and I don't have any place to put it, and I'm just trashing my area. Look at that.
Oh no! Look at that. Yeah, that's terrible. I've got to tidy that up.
And yet you're still on eBay while we're doing the live stream.
I love a bargain. You do though, don't you? You love a bargain. You can't help it. We love shopping, us Brits. We love it.
I don't know. That's crazy. Yes. So I decided 2 weeks ago that the last I was going to order was this last package coming, you know, because I'm like Tony now. I'm getting to the point where, you know, I moved down here and I didn't have anything for the longest time. So I was getting a bunch of stuff back. I had at one point before I moved down here, I had over 500 different games. So I put them all at one guy came over, gave me a price for everything, and it took 3 loads of trucks to come pick it all up.
Good, great.
I didn't have room to bring it down. So I figured when I get down here, then I'll have a little bit of money to spend to buy some stuff back. So I've been buying some stuff back, but I'm not at the point where I spend more time clipping counters than playing games every week. And I'm like, okay, once I get to the point where I've just about caught up, then I can start putting things on the table again, you know. And so I'm gonna hopefully we have a big order coming Tuesday. That's a big order coming. I don't know if that's big enough for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty much at the point where I'm doing pre-order.
A Fleet Commander Nimitz, okay? That is right up my alley. Solo, Pacific Theater, which you don't get a lot of Pacific Theater games, first of all, and then a solo game. Wow. And, you know, you can't find it anywhere. I mean, for less than $200 because it's been rolled out for a couple years now.
My problem is as I'm starting to watch I just looked at your name. Nathan, Wise Guy. He's doing that CSS system.
And I'm going,
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like looking at the prices going, no.
But then I'm thinking, I've got GTS. But but Tinian, for instance, in the CCS is a nice one mapper. And I'm thinking,
Yeah, I think most of those CSS are one map games. At least no, they're not,
because and you can join the blooming things together as well if you want, all the islands.
There's usually a couple scenarios that are one map, but that's it.
But Tinian is one mapper.
Go check out Board Game Geek. You'll see like the big maps all put out on the table. It's a beast. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I'm like, get the price.
Atlantic Wall if you want one.
No. I have to wait. So the room I'm in right now is actually going to eventually be my war room because that's long enough that I can actually set up some decent sized tables and I can get rid of the kids stuff over here. And
what? When they graduate,
that stuff off and put all games on that? Oh, heck yeah.
That's well, your son's like what, 8, 10 years old? You got
8, yeah. Hey, 8. Hey, you picked it right off. Yeah, he's 8. I have 2 sons. They're twins. They're 8.
All right, so you got 10 years. You're gonna have so much more clutter in there before
it goes away.
You don't get rid of any of it.
Luckily, my wife is likes to get rid of the clutter too, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, my wife does. I said, "Where's that old T-shirt I used to love wearing?" Oh, that went in the bin. Oh, where's that? Where's that? Oh no, I got rid of that. You think what? So your wife does the same, yeah?
Yeah, but she sells it, so we get money.
That is going on the old eBay, and I think who's paying for that?
She does. My wife does hers through Facebook selling, but we get rid of a lot of the kids stuff, a lot of the toys. Since we have twins, we have a twin sale, whatever. So she gets her money that way, and then I spend my money my way. So on games, she spends hers on what she does. So we kind of have it separated, and it works out really well.
Our wives are going to have a field day when we pop our clogs, aren't they? Oh, they're going to go. Oh,
I'm afraid she's going to sell it for $10 Or what is the quote? I'm afraid she's going to sell it for what I told her I bought it for.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I have to use that.
I think I cycle, and that was one of the things that they're like, I'm afraid she's going to sell my bike for what I bought, what I said I bought it for.
Yeah. Yeah. The fibs we tell, eh?
Well, she was the one thing I've actually learned just to say, hey, I got this. It was on sale, whatever. Here's the price. Because she actually, like, during GMT's last sale, I bought a whole bunch of stuff, and I said, well, here, give this to me for Christmas. You know, I get what I want. She actually looked up the full price of the games, and she's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I got those half off. She's like, that's half off. She was amazed at some of the prices of the games.
Yeah, people are, and I am.
yeah. I'm like, oh my God, like when you think of board games, a lot of times when I tell people I play board games, because I play stuff other than war games, I do play some, like Arkham Horror. I kind of like that type of stuff. I like cards actually, so.
Yeah, Arkham Horror. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
But when I say board games, they're like Monopoly. I'm like,
no, war games. What? Like Risk?
Oh. Yeah, although Risk is a great intro game. Like I would like to get my kids into Risk. To have them
people out there that don't think you can play the strategy games either.
Thank you, Jester. I appreciate that vote of confidence you just gave.
So there's other people that are questioning whether or not you're playing Candyland or.
I get beat on Candyland every time we play. I can't win Candyland. That or Chutes or Ladders. I'm really bad at that.
What?
Chutes and Ladders.
Chutes and Ladders.
What is it? Snakes and.
Over Britain, they call it bungles and.
No. Snakes and
something, isn't it?
Ladders.
Snakes and Ladders, yeah.
Snakes and Ladders?
Snakes and Ladders, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you go up the ladders and down the snakes. I
know where that came from, by the way. That was actually from India, but that's beside the point.
That's right.
Yeah, it is. Yep, Snakes and Ladders came from India. But anyways, so anything that has to do with rolling a dice or spinning a spinner or any type of randomness, yeah, I'm in it for just the experience.
So you're blaming the dice?
No.
Blaming
my luck.
You're blaming your luck. You're just bad, unlucky.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jessica, can I just thank you for the gift you sent me of Kaplunk? I can't get on with that. It's too hard.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, but thank you anyway.
You'll have to tell me how that Stealth and C.
David Thompson game.
Yeah, I don't know. That it's weird. The topic's off. I don't want to say off, but it's different.
That's good.
And I was kind of like, how's this going to play out? And so I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out before I get it. So you'll have to do a video of it. You have to play through it.
I think you have
later. Yeah.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, Hethwell, that you did a sort of prototype playthrough of it, I think, didn't you? Or not? Did I dream that? I might have done.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Gimpy's done one as well.
Yeah, I know he did.
Of what?
See, I love Gimpy. Gimpy actually taught me how to play World at War 85 because he had that boot camp.
Yeah.
It was 5-minute videos. I was at school and my planning. I'd watch a couple and just to break the monotony.
Same with Nations at War as well, Yep.
So,
yeah. And Lock and Load Tactical.
I'm a visual learner. I already know that. I am a visual learner. When I watch people play games, that's how I learn the games. Problem is some people don't.
Yes.
Of Stealth and C. The problem is when people play it wrong, I learn it wrong.
I find it easier to watch videos and then read the rule books.
That's probably what I need to do instead of just going right for it.
Rule books. Because if you're like me, you're going to get it wrong, yeah? So, I give you the vibe of the game. Don't expect to learn all the ins and outs of it. Yes, there we are. That's right, he does. Yeah, he uses that to instead of sending out physical prototypes, he'll put it on TTS. He's bringing out one about the postman fighting off the Polish postman fighting off the Germans.
Yeah, DVG does a real good job at picking some just odd topic. Especially David Thompson does seem to have.
Yeah,
really seems. Did he do Castle Itter? Was he the one that? That's what I thought. Yeah, I watched your playthrough. I would have lost in probably like the second round.
There's another one I lost.
DVG games are not supposed to win.
But that's half the fun, isn't it? If you won every game you played, they'd be going, "Hello, something's fishy here."
I win every game I play.
That's because you don't finish them.
Well, I still win.
You don't finish them.
You don't finish it. It's easy. Simple.
He goes, "Oh, I'm going to lose this turn. Oh, something else has cropped up. I'll do something else now."
See.
I can't do it. Sorry. And then you tell everybody you made a miraculous victory. You came back and won. Who's gonna?
Hey, I won. Silent victory. I won 85,300.
Yeah, that's as convincing as this, Tony.
Honestly, well, would I have purposely been unsuccessful on one of my patrols? Actually, there's not much. The thing about these games, and I love them because of the story. There's really not much on the challenge or on the decision side. It's like, okay, which boat do I go after? Blah blah blah. But the story it tells is just phenomenal. I really enjoy it. I really do enjoy those. And the funny thing is, the hunters. I went through all my patrols. There was like one I didn't even get. Like I sunk a ship, and then I was sunk. Like I had sunk the ship. And then I was contacted, and then I just could not get out of that loop.
That's what happened to me. And I was getting told off in the comments. They're saying, "Oh, you should have done this, done that." But I wasn't playing any optional rules, you see. I was just playing fair. They said, "Oh, use this rule, use that rule." And I'm going, "Well, yeah, next time." But I wanted to keep it simple for people, including myself, who are watching it, thinking of getting it. But that's got one of my highest views, the Hunters videos.
So
over 3,000.
If you never got sunk.
I got sunk.
Oh, how many games have you completed?
Hold on. One at a time.
How many have you actually completed the entire career?
7. See? So 7.
Yeah. That's about as convincing as that.
Yeah. I was 7. I did 7.
Honestly, so this is honestly the reason why I started my channel is literally to keep me playing. Like, because it was like, I was like, oh, I have nobody to tell about this wonderful, like, this was my practice game before I do videos. So that, like with it.
You practice games?
Well, my learning game. How's that? My learning game.
You have a learning game?
I obviously didn't do a learning game for Rommel.
I learn as I go along. Who's signing you up
now? You're checking your email, and Ruff is shopping on eBay, and no wonder you guys can't stay focused on your game and complete it. And
I did complete it. What are you talking about?
Always complete the game, never always win, though.
Yeah.
You always complete the game?
Never always win. Yeah, all my games are completed. I think the only one I haven't done is the Arkan. I did a sort of mini playthrough just to sort of help me and to give an idea. I think I did 3 videos for that. It wasn't the complete game because if they go on too long, that's the other reason maybe I don't do the complete video.
So you don't have them all completed then?
Well, apart from one. I did Battle of Britain, did badly, but I did the whole thing. Yeah, I'll wait for you to say something, Jester. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but there you go. I did the whole thing. Gone quiet.
You only did the whole thing to the point where you ended up not protecting Britain from the Luftwaffe attack.
Well, I finished the game.
Complete the game. You completed it to the point where you were unsuccessful.
Of that scenario, yes. I didn't win it, no.
Have you won any games recently?
No.
The last 5 years?
No.
No.
No. I'm rubbish. But I do have fun. And that's the main thing, isn't it?
I agree. It's the experience.
To be fair, Corsair leader I won, and Israeli Air Force leader I won the mission.
Yeah.
That's great. They're great games. I'm going to check now because you got me worried. Hold on.
On eBay now. He's going back to eBay.
I'm not on email. I've gone on YouTube. I'm here. I'm just having a look. Yeah, Rommel, we'll go past that one.
Yeah, and raise your hand if your U-boat never got sunk.
Oh yeah, it did. You talking to me? I can't see you.
Yeah.
What else? Grenadier, yeah, did that. Oh, I did Nations at War as well.
Oh, you lost that too.
I lost that as well, yeah.
I want to give some decent guests. Somebody that knows how to win.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you. Terrible.
Well, that's the idea, isn't it? If you win, so I'm not watching him, he always wins. It's like some reviewers, you know you're going to get a review.
Here's the thing. I read someplace that DBG, for their solo games, so like the Leader series and the Field series, Field Leader and the Leader series, they actually said they want a win rate of 20 to 30%.
And that's what they get when I play them.
I think they're about 10% when I play them, but then
yeah.
But that's so basically,
that's what I call it.
Yeah, 2 to 3 other times you can average a win. And honestly, the State of Siege games, which are absolutely fun, those games I
played Tiger Leader
once straight off, and then I have never won it again.
But that's what I call them, DVG games. I call them frustratingly fun.
Yeah.
You never win them, you know. You do win them, but I mean, but the thing is, if you don't win, you still had a great time. And we're playing a war game. Go figure. So you know.
What? You're having such a great time. Is that why you told us earlier that you couldn't do a live stream because you would be swearing too much?
Oh yes,
that's part of the fun.
While you're cussing out the computer game, or while you're cussing out the game.
Yeah, if I played the Hunters live, I'd have to have somebody beeping, have a beeper. Beep, beep. Oh, it's terrible.
No. You just got to use. You got to use the British swear words because we don't know what most people in the world don't know what they are.
Oh, you do. The ones I use.
I'll be honest with you. There's one that I found out, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
What does it begin with?
An F. It's what we call a fanny.
Oh, right. Is it sort of engineering type of metal-y bit? Yes?
Yeah.
It sticks out and it's a, yeah. Yes, yeah, I know that one, yes. Oh, God, yeah, we've got some good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I always...
but it's not something you'd say out loud. You wouldn't go, oh!
Yeah.
You'd say something else.
So anyway.
I say shit all the time. I'm like, oh, shit. You know?
The topic. Instead of going off on these tangents.
No, that's not the word, but you're on the right track.
Yeah.
I got a headache already. Oh my God.
So, I want to play.
You tell us one thing and then you tell us something else, Ruff. I'm
done now.
time believing you now.
What have I done now?
You tell us that, I have such a great time, a wonderful time, but then earlier it's like, all I do is cuss these games out because they're so difficult. I can't stand it when it's
no. I say when you throw a bad die roll.
Oh my God, you sound like Tony now.
You're going to go.
Dice roll, and then it's no, it's not the dice. It's I'm on.
Oh dear, how sad. Never mind.
Make your own luck.
If you're not swearing, you're not playing.
But that's part of the fun. The frustration is part of the fun. When you throw, you get I need a 4 or above. Oh look!
Or when you need a 5 or below.
The enemy's butt. That's the fun. It's not.
When you need a 5 or less, and you roll a freaking 6.
Yeah. How often does that happen? When you need a 6. So of course, an expletive is going to come out. It's going to pop out. You can't help it.
I do love stacking the enemies once I start going. I do love stacking the dead on the side.
They're talking over each other. Sorry, Tony. When stacking, what?
I love stacking the dead enemies along the side so I can at least see what I've done. You know, because that's fun to watch them just kind of build up. You know,
I nail mine to the wall.
Here, I got you your participation trophies now. Good job, guys.
What's this say? First place. That's not very nice, is it? Is that my one?
Does that there's your trophy? You feel better now?
I feel great. Yeah, thanks for that.
You don't play just to play and have fun. You play to win. That's the problem. You guys are getting too your expectation. This is why you guys keep losing, okay? I'm going to be your coach. I'm going to be your mental, your physical, and your strategy coach.
Certainly are mental.
No longer go for mediocre. You need to strive to be better, okay? Losing is not good, okay? I know you're used to it, but now it's time to step up a little bit. I'm going to have to coach you guys along the way, it looks like.
He doesn't get it, does he? Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. Of course, you'd love to win.
I want to win too.
I was there, and it was so much fun.
But if we play to win. I guarantee I play to win.
Me too.
But if you get upset every time you lose, especially in some of those DVD games, it's not fun.
If I win, I punch the air and run around the room. The wife goes, "Oh, he's won a game again." So,
you guys need to strive for better. Losing is not the only option.
No, terrible, isn't it?
Losing is not the only option. I know you don't know the other side. There's another side to the coin. It's called winning.
Well, you all love to win.
That sometime you should strive to be better. Strive to be better.
I think you should. I don't like the way this is going.
Bookshelves. Look at your bookshelves.
I know my bookshelves are terrible because I've had to find room for these things.
Look at my bookshelf.
Yes, that's what mine used to look like until I bought games.
Bookshelf.
Where's your other games at? Where's your other shelf? Because that's not all your games.
You see that bookshelf? When your bookshelf looks like mine, then we'll talk.
You've upset Tony now with your losing and winning malarkey. But look, that's how it should. Look at that. That's lovely.
OG's here.
Oh,
so let's talk about OG for a second. All right.
Now the OG doesn't mind losing.
So OG, right? He tells Lock and Load. Right? He says to Lock and Load, Jester's got a great live stream Saturdays at 4:00. We could sneak in there, grab all his views. Nobody's the wiser. And then his stream will have to be postponed.
And they went on longer than normal.
All the 50, 100 people that come to our live stream, Lock and Load decided to sneak in there and take our primetime spot away.
And they went on longer than normal just so we couldn't go on.
Yeah, it wasn't their usual 30 to 40 minute line.
Yeah, no.
No. 2 hours of live stream. Prime time, my spot dedicated to our live stream. They tried to steal it from under our nose. That is just.
I think you're trying to kid yourself there, Jester. Really, I think. But it was good.
Not happy with them at all. Not happy with them at all.
Wait a minute. From what I've read, from what I heard, the 5.1 rule set didn't change that much.
Well,
didn't change.
I think Kev from Big Ball Gaming was having a little moan. I'm not sure. I could have got the wrong end of the stick. I think
people are over exaggerating some things, and some things I think were taken out of context. So I don't think it was anything like that.
No, I don't think so. I think
a few changes. People wanted to make a big ordeal about it, and
all you've got to do is go through the manual, and if it's is it red or blue? I can't remember. One of the colors. That's the change, and you read that because you've read the other one. Yeah. I'm reading the narrative at the moment.
I'm just not happy they decided to take my primetime spot away and tried to steal it from us. You guys should be disappointed.
No.
We could have had this discussion last night.
I was ready to go on, but no, he said, I haven't eaten, he said. I haven't eaten. It's 6:30.
Once I felt that if I went online and we were competing against Lock and Load, we would take afterwards. All the viewers would come over and check us out, and then Lock and Load wouldn't have anybody over there. So I felt bad for them. So we postponed out of the kindness of our hearts, right? We decided to postpone just for them. Did we get an apology letter or a thank you letter from them? I didn't get one yet. Did you guys get one yet?
No, but we were going to go on afterwards. I was quite happy, but somebody said, I haven't eaten yet. Rolled by stomach. We could have gone on. It was
6 or 6:30 British time, which is like what, 12?
It was 4 o'clock in the morning here. I was still keen to go.
4 glasses of wine, and you'd be even more loopy than you normally are. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get a coherent sentence out of him if he's got 3 glasses of wine in him. It's bad enough I got to listen to his crikey every other word when he's normally here.
I haven't heard one crikey yet.
Well, that's true. I think
you've had a grief, but not a crikey. Oh, apart from that one.
Yeah.
So Lock and Load was going to check on us next time. So that's good.
Oh, there's your apology. There we go. But yes, it was just as well we didn't go on because yes, I did have the wine. Blue, yes, thank you. So just
I had some wine too, so I was good to go. I was drinking some red blend, so it was really good.
Yeah, I was all geared up, ready to go, and
I'm drinking Scotch ale.
And talk about our situation. Should we talk about the situation now, or have we covered that already?
I think we've covered that. I don't know how many times I have to say it. That's proof positive that it's done and dusted. All right. Tony's looking at his watch.
Oh no, I just got a text from my wife. She took my son, so
not like that. It gives you the afternoon to clean up.
See, my daughter's going out golfing. She took my son with her to take my daughter golfing, which means they'll probably go shopping afterwards. Who knows what he's going to come up.
That gives you guys the afternoon to clean up your junk.
Yep.
Ruff, you need to clean up your junk
now.
Huh?
It's all dark here. See, we've got proper time over here.
Turn the light on.
You're lagging.
I'm not lagging. Don't give me that crap.
I have to remember to switch because after I switched my Wi-Fi, it worked. Has worked ever since.
It's fine now. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
I have to go to the 5G that's in my house.
Oh, get you.
Nobody else is on that one.
The pixelated stuff in the beginning was just terrible. I mean,
it was. I apologize. I will be better next time. I promise.
You look much more handsome, though.
I don't know. We're gonna have to have you back. I mean, good Lord. Maybe after you win your next game, maybe we'll talk. Once you win the game.
What can I do to win a game? What can I do?
Yeah, I'm being a bit clever this time.
It's going to have to be official. You can't just write down on a piece of paper.
No, yeah, that's good enough for me. But I'm being a bit clever with my these videos of the Doolittle raid. I'm not actually doing a campaign from start to finish. I'm working backwards, as you know, doing each part of each turns. Mm-hmm. So it's not a complete game. It's just how to play those bits of the game. So I'm being a bit clever there. No losers. No winners either, but there's no losers.
Isn't that what you should have done with Rommel?
What, try and invade Germany backwards?
You start from the end and work your way back?
I think that works. What, then walking backwards to Germany?
Sure does. If you end up with all your units in the victory location and then work your way back, you might actually stand a chance.
You had to mention it, Tony, didn't you? You had to mention it.
Oh, he's got this on.
Oh, I got so much ammunition. I don't know what to do with it all. I really don't.
What he should do, of course, is get the game. Well, of course, nobody's buying anything now at the moment because we're all skint. That's a nice British word for you.
Stint?
Skint.
That mean out of money, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Boracic. Cockney rhyming slang. See, I'm full of it. Boracic lint. Skint.
Play a game in the stream face-to-face next time.
Yes. And the winner stays on. Let's do that. Let's do a winner stays on, like you do with pool and snooker. So two of us start. Whoever wins stays on and plays the other one. And the best of three wins is the overall winner. Or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. What about that?
I don't think you could even win. So.
Well, you don't know yet, do you?
I know. I've never won anything yet. What have you won?
I've won. Not often, but I've won. But then, yeah, that's a good idea.
Show is currently the best wargaming channel around at the moment.
I'm not sure. Compliment? I'm not sure.
The only problem is we're all Mo. We're all curly.
Wow. No, the problem is you guys are dragging me down. You're dragging me.
We're hoping
professional YouTubers come on and talk real stuff where I don't have to complain about them losing all the time. I don't have to complain about their shells that don't look right. They've got their stuff lined up.
I could have put up a green screen, but nope, you didn't want me to do that.
If you know you're coming on a live stream, you make sure everything looks right. That should be your number one goal. You should have been down there at 8 o'clock this morning cleaning that stuff up.
We did a pumpkin patch this morning, so I don't want to hear that.
You had all week. You didn't put on any videos this week. What have you been doing?
Yeah, I did.
What?
My Rock of the Marne opening.
Okay, that was 10 minutes. What have you done the rest of the week?
Played my Silent Victory patrol.
That's right. Your imaginary I won. That's right. Because I didn't see a video of it.
Right. Okay, what we should do then is, okay, Jester's got an easy chance to beat us because we lose all the time, is to pick a game to play on Tabletop Simulator, and the winner stays on, and whoever wins 3 or 5 games, I don't know how we work out the odds and all that, wins overall. How's that? And you can pick the game. You can pick the game.
I can pick the game?
Yep. How's that, Tony?
I'm good.
About Candyland. Something I can handle.
No, you can pick whatever war game that's on TTS. And if we don't know it, give us a little while to learn the rules, and then we'll go for it.
Squad Leader.
Huh?
Let's play Advanced Squad Leader.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, so now you can't pick any game. Oh, my God. You guys keep changing the rules.
Okay, advanced squad leader, but give me 6 months to learn it.
6
Can't say fairer than that.
in 6 months.
Otherwise, it's a bit skewed, isn't it? It's a bit skewed.
6 months to learn Rommel, and you still didn't get on the first box in Rommel.
I did. He didn't.
Oh, that's right. He did.
I got out of the first box. I just didn't. I just got pushed back right away.
I got into Belgium.
I decided to keep Belgium. I was like, "Yep, I'm good. I don't need to go any farther."
So let's talk, because we're going to wrap it up here shortly.
Okay.
Because Tony keeps looking at his watch like he's got someplace to go.
I have no place to go. But
what are you going to do when the show's over?
I am going to drink a beer and then reorganize my games.
You're getting close. Is that including taking all that shit off the shelves there?
Oh, here, let me even make it worse. Do you have 8-year-old kids in your house right now?
No.
Then I don't want to hear it.
No.
This is clean.
No.
Or next time I will just put up a green screen with a picture of a nicely organized, bookshelf of
Can
games.
you do that? Can you make that happen?
Or I'll pick some sort of like military background or something. Make it look real nice. Put out a nice spread.
Last question. And I hate to even ask this question because Tony might take 20 minutes to answer it. All right?
Of course, I will.
If you could only have lunch with one person throughout history, who would that person be?
Oh, I already know that answer.
Okay, go ahead.
My second great grandfather that fought at the Battle of Gettysburg, right next to the 2nd Maine. Or the 20th Maine, sorry, the 20th Maine. He fought on the Battle of Little Round Top. That's who I'd have lunch with.
Okay.
I read his diary. It was impressive. Now, are you looking for like a famous person?
No, whoever you would choose. If that's who you choose,
that's who I choose.
Follow directions. Ruff?
A wargaming, war-themed thing or anybody?
Oh, good Lord.
What do you want?
Anybody.
Anybody.
Question, okay?
Right.
Anyone that you could have lunch with throughout history, who would it be?
It would be my great-great-great-grandmother, who evidently...
Is the one that sewed the American flag? Okay.
No, that came from royalty. And the story goes, I'm not sure how true it is, but yes, there is royalty in our line, and I'd like to talk to her. She was a commoner that married somebody in royalty, a minor royal, but because of that, he was disinherited because he married below him, because in those days, of course, it was all class systems. And I'd like to, and there's my granddad remembers as a child this big Rolls Royce drawing up outside the house and this fur-covered woman getting out and all that sort of thing. I'd like to chat to her and see what the score is. So, you could be talking to royalty. I could be sort of like 6,721st in line.
Your great.
No. I think it was great.
Your great grandmother wasn't a loser then. So where did those genes come from?
Oh, that's from my father's side, I think.
Must be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you could be royalty, huh?
Well, there's a chance. A bit low down on the old scale, but nevertheless, I'd like you to doff your cap next time you see me. Thank you, Tony. It's been duly noted. But weird, yes. Oh, and then he said, an expletive there, sorry. See? Playing the Hunters.
Get him a couple glasses of wine. Look at what happens. Holy!
No, it's water tonight. It's early days here at the moment. So,
but it's dark outside. Remember?
Dark, but it's still early. You know, I'm not a lush.
You got plenty of time to clean that bookshelf up, don't you?
I do, and I'll try next time. It's only because I've piled stuff on top of stuff to make room for.
You got stuff
that's there.
Look, you got stuff that's slanted all one way.
I know, because I took stuff out, put stuff in. I'm trying to make room.
And then you got books laying on top of the slanted stuff.
Yeah, up there, I had to make room for the wall because that's the only gripe I've got with that is the size of the boxes of the. They don't stand up.
The World of War 85, yeah.
Yeah, they're huge.
Shelf.
Well, they're all the same size. And the other stuff that's up there, I've got a box that should be for the Arkham horror cards, but I was taken over by a Warfighter, as well as the Warfighter chest I've got. I've got thousands of cards for it.
Oh, that's right, because that's right. You got all that free stuff from DVG because you were begging them. That's right, I remember.
No. I didn't actually get any more.
For that.
No, I'm grateful that they have confidence in my channel to do that, and for that,
begging for scraps. That's
what I didn't beg.
Huh?
Didn't beg. They just sent it. I said, I hope you liked the video. I've just done it. The first time they sent something, I said, there's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much.
How come they ain't sent something to me then? Huh?
And then Sarah said, okay, what do you want next? And that, seriously, I can't say enough with DVG. They've been fantastic to the channel. So, and a couple of other guys, Stratagemata and...
all I get from DVG is these emails about how the shipping's been delayed because there's now carpenter ants in their wooden boats as they're sailing across the ocean.
I don't have a bad word.
I won't either. Every time I've sent questions or had an issue, they take care of it in a day, less than a day.
Carpenter ants. There was the kangaroo vaccine. That was the.
Don't forget about the plague of locusts that you just found out about.
Huh?
Don't forget about the plague of locusts you just found out about.
Plague of locusts, right? The plague of locusts, they couldn't ship it out of India because of the plague of locusts. I mean, every week I get an email about something going on in the world that they can't ship it. And then when they do ship it, they charge me $50 to ship it.
That's incredibly cheap.
I could have drove across from Florida to California and picked it up at the dock for less than $50.
He did not go on, didn't he?
Good Lord. This box better be so big and so heavy, I'm going to need a forklift to bring it in.
Well, it's cost you $50, so it should be.
Well, we're going to see come Tuesday, a live stream of the live unboxing.
I think I'm washing my hair that night.
Is that what you call that scruff on your face? Hair?
One thing I wanted to ask, Lester, is you put this question out on the Facebook page about people's games. Why? What was the point? What was the reason?
Well, I'm trying to come up with a list of the top 3 games that people purchase games from, so we can actually have a conversation about statistics and wargaming
rather than Rommel.
Then having you guys talk about whatever nonsense you decide to, I ask a simple question and you start going off on these tangents. If it's not me trying to keep everything focused, we would be talking about wares or who knows what you guys would be talking about.
Or I'd be swearing and that sort of thing. If you weren't there to keep me under control, I tell you, I'd go, oh, no, you don't know.
That's right. Anything else?
I will put a coin game up this week.
When I have my interview with Itinerant Hobbyist, aka Wardrobe, or OG, everything goes smooth. Everything is done professionally. He's got a freaking aquarium behind him with fish swimming around. He shows up on time.
Wait, we're all on time. What are we talking about?
What rock did you guys climb under?
The thing is, with those two, they're intelligent, you see.
We're just teachers.
Yeah. And musicians.
You more than me on the musician. Nah, it ain't me. I do have some musicality.
It's your occupation. You got an excuse for everything. Again, do I have to teach you everything? You guys need to step up a little bit. Try to be better. Try to strive to have yourself become better.
Rather than just playing a game for the hell of it and the fun and the sheer pleasure. Other than that.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Because that will lead to things like cleanliness, right? Keeping things under control, keeping you on topic.
If we kept on topic, it would be, terrible.
Boring.
It would be boring?
It'd be boring, yeah.
All right, what's going on this week? What are you coming out with? Tell me. Tony, what are you coming out with this week? Are you gonna put out a video that's more than 10 minutes long this week? Two videos.
Maybe three. No, I will guarantee 3.
You're gonna give us 3 videos. What are they?
My unboxing from BBG, so you can see what I'm getting. I'm going to do a Rock of the Mars video, and I will do a coin video.
What about you, Ruff? What is your schedule?
Nothing. You've upset me. I've decided not to do anymore.
That's a lie.
No, it is a lie. Yes, I'm doing the. Of course, it's a lie. I've had real grief trying to do this because of time-wise. I'm finishing off the naval turn in the Doolittle raid.
Okay.
And then there's an unboxing of Stalin's Triumph.
Okay.
I know it's been done, but you're going to get another one. And
it's another one of your freebie get on.
I don't get freebies all the time. It's something I got off the internet. If you were listening, he wasn't listening, Tony, was he? When I said where I got it,
because you said you got that as a good deal off of eBay,
and it was in shrink, and it was the upgraded version.
Is this another one of your tangents? You're going off on another tangent. Focus.
You asked me what I was doing, and it's the upgrade.
That doesn't have anything to do with how you got this game off the internet, does it? No, it doesn't. What are you doing the rest of the week?
Recovering from this, I think, taking some pills.
I think so too.
I need to get that.
This will probably be 2-3 weeks. This is kind of 3 weeks I'm looking at.
Have you got the mounted map?
No. I'm okay with that.
So I did an unboxing.
Oh my God.
You guys came to the unboxing.
Yes.
And I said, I don't know if there's a mounted map. And you guys said, oh, yeah, there's a mounted map. Well, guess what? There's not a mounted map because you can't freaking get it anywhere.
You can over here. It costs about 40 quid, but you can.
I can't find it.
I don't mind. I don't mind so much. But this is 2-3 weeks down the road, though.
I need the mounted map because the 2 maps that you get with it wouldn't fit on my little table. The mounted map being mounted, it doesn't matter if it sticks over the edges because it's mounted. So I need the mounted map.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I've got this one. It depends on the desk. I have 2 desks that I use, and I might have to put it on one instead of the other one. So, but what do you got, ID Jester? Since we know what we're doing, but what do you got?
Live unboxing Tuesday.
Yeah. All right.
Unboxing Wednesday.
Are these the same thing, DVG, or different?
No, it's the other one. The other one where I literally was like, I'm going to get the hunters and I'm going to get the hunted.
Oh, this was
right.
Right? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you know what? They have Field Commander Napoleon. So I looked on other websites and stuff to see how hard it was to get Field Commander Napoleon, and I couldn't find it on any other website. So I'm like, you know what? I'll get Field Commander Napoleon. And so I took out of the shopping cart the hunters and the hunted. And then I checked out. And then I get home and there's an email. from Tony.
Put my video out.
Well, you know what? I don't like ID Jester challenging me because I am far superior than he is. So I'm going to challenge him. Take our gloves off and slap one another. And I'm going to play the hunters. And I suggest you do that as well. And then we'll see who did better and who has the better strategy.
That's a terrible British accent, by the way.
That's Tony, by the way.
I'll take that. That's actually, I'd rather, I see if I sounded like that, I'd be okay.
So yeah, I
don't sound like that. I feel bad for my students because I know.
I don't to do Tony now. I'll do Tony. Yo, what's up, man? So here's the deal. Yeah, the hunter.
When did I become Californian?
I suck at Rommel, but I'm having fun, so that's cool. But
I can't mute him. He can mute us, but we can't mute him.
At the hunters. There, that's Tony. Is that better?
Okay, anyways, 2 packages. What are you doing? On task. You're talking about us going off.
See how hard it is to keep a show running when you got people that aren't on task? You see how hard it is? That is how I am a professional. Because
he's got off on the flange.
You're going again. You're going off again. You're going off again.
I am a professional.
You're going to do more Berlinda Barbarossa.
Should be second live unboxing. Then we're going to do our World War II Barbarossa to Berlin card-driven game that everyone should own, but it's got a lot of strategy, a lot of choices in there. I don't know if you guys could play it. And then I'm thinking I'd like to do something else, but I've got so many things. The problem is narrowing it down. Mm-hmm. I might have to do like Ruff did and just have like a subscriber, list 4 or 5 things and see what is the most popular, because I get a game out and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get ready to play this, and I get it all set up. In fact, I had this game. You saw it on our live stream here.
Oh yeah.
I had this all set up and ready to go and ready to play, and I literally was like, I don't really
understand the rules.
I don't want to play this. I'm going to play something else. I tore it all down, put it all away, and I got out the other one, and I set it all up. And I said, but if I don't start recording this, I'm going to do the same thing. So I better start recording it. It's my ADHD that kicks in, because it's like, you want to do one thing, but then you want to do something else. You guys ever have that? No.
All the time.
It wasn't then because it was too hard.
No, it wasn't because it was too hard. I think it was. I played World War II Barbarossa to Berlin, so it was more comfortable. I haven't played this one. So I thought, well, it'd kind of be a learning, teaching game. And, I'd rather focus into something that I've already played. And so I put this one away, and I figured I could always get this one back out. This one is a little bit more simplistic, I think. It's only really 5 turns. So it's, for the whole Pacific War, it's only 5 turns. There's a turn 0, which is the attack on Pearl Harbor. But the rest is just 5 turns. So, but then I thought the real reason I didn't play this, was I didn't want to play the Pacific War and then go right in and play Field Commander Nimitz right afterwards, because I got my email from DVG that they've cured the kangaroo virus. If they can get through the swarm of locusts and get the ships across the ocean, possibly we could ship it out. I think they're using the old stagecoaches though, because they're charging me $50 to get the box here. I think they're literally using stagecoaches. So if you see a stagecoach come through your town, email me at IDJesterLive.
If it's going through Ruff's town, I think it's gone way off the wrong way.
I'm wondering if they're actually here in the United States yet. I think the email. We'll see on Tuesday.
You're not endearing yourself to them, are you?
It's a thing, trying to get a Kickstarter. I've done 4 or 5 Kickstarters, right? 4 or 5. Have you guys done them before?
Yeah, I've got several. Actually, I've got several out. I always expect them to be about 6 months late than what they expect. So
yeah, I was going to say they always say, "Oh, our date is fall of 2006," and then you end up getting like in early 2008 or something. I don't think there's ever been a Kickstarter that's actually arrived on time. So I knew this one was going to take a little bit longer. But
that's the nature of it, isn't it?
I just love the emails from them every week about, oh, it's going to be here next week. Our shipping guy says for sure it's getting shipped out next week.
People have already got them, according to DVG's Facebook page. Have already started receiving them.
I saw somebody post that they got it already.
Yeah, I've got to wait because it's coming. If
mine doesn't come and somebody else gets theirs first, I'm going to call DVG and we're going to record. I'm going to have a live stream of my call to DVG because I am going to go off on them. I was one of the first Kickstarters in the thing. Let's see. I think it tells you your Kickstarter number.
I think also I got my P500 or my Flying Colours before you did. And that's weird. It must be you, Chester. They just don't send it out to him.
I think the mailman hates him from all the packages.
Huh?
The mailman hates him because he gets all those packages.
Or companies just go, no, we'll put him at the bottom of the pile. Put him because he moans. Yeah.
Or the post. It may be the post.
Like one of the first guys to get on the Kickstarter. There was not that many people. I think I was like number 100 or 100 and something. And then I ordered everything that came in the Kickstarter. I wasn't one of these guys that just ordered like one thing or 2 things. So if somebody gets their order before me, I will be calling DVG on Tuesday, live streaming my anger.
I got my Flying Colours before you, and you had to come all the way over here. It's right. You've upset me.
I was this close to calling GMT. This close to calling GMT about that. That's ridiculous.
What free game did you get with yours? Or did you, because when you did the Kickstarter, you got a free one.
U-Boat Leader.
Oh, okay. I went to 1500 because that looked neat.
Oh, 1500? Yeah.
Anybody play that?
Huh?
I have not. I want to, though, because it looks fun.
Hmm.
And there's a solo too. Like if you get one of the expansions, it has a solo capability.
Yeah.
1500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get one of the expansion that has a solo capability in it. And I think I ended up getting one of the expansions with one of their other Kickstarters. I think the leader expansions. I think I got I can't remember. I have to take a look at what I got. I definitely got all the leader expansions because I have them all. So I'm like, okay, I want all these. Yeah, give me them all. Give me.
Yeah, I'll have to wait. What you mean, the extra scenarios and all that? And I'm going to have to get those down the line.
Yeah.
I just couldn't afford it.
Do you have the Tiger Leader?
That's coming in the box.
Okay, so you ordered that one.
Yep. So.
Okay, because I've got an extra copy of Tiger Leader now.
That's in the box. I have Sherman Leader, and so I wanted to get Tiger Leader as well because I had one with Sherman Leader, and I won Sherman Leader, but I didn't record it, but I did win it. So I know you don't believe me. So, but I just got a call from my wife, which is usually not a good thing when she's driving. So I'm going to let you guys go.
See you, Tony. It's been a
pleasure. It was good to see you.
Sometime we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the Wi-Fi fixed, so we're good to go.
Okay, now that we got rid of him,
he's still there. Shush! All right, he's gone.
There we go.
Now we can talk about it.
So much easier, so much better. There's just the two of us.
My ears are ringing.
You're is he cussing us out? Is that what he's doing?
No, he talks all the time. He talks. It's great.
He does keep it so there's no dead air. I'll just say that.
Yeah, okay. And we need it. We need it with us. I'll tell you. All right, with me. All right.
Trying to get some information from you is like pulling teeth.
I know, but there you go. So what do you want to know?
Anything else? What do you got? Anything else?
No, you're saying about I'm putting it out. Yes, I like to involve my subscribers when I can. I love my subscribers. And
oh my God, you are such a kiss ass.
I know they're great.
If you're such a kiss ass. If you're not kissing some company's ass, you're kissing your subscribers' ass.
I don't do that.
You do.
If it wasn't for my subscribers,
if
it wasn't for them,
PG is the greatest company ever. And if Sally over there just loves me.
Have you finished?
I am now.
Oh, good. If it wasn't for my subscribers, I wouldn't be where I am.
Why?
You know, because I haven't got so many
videos. Whether you have 1 subscriber, or you have 1,000 or 1,000,000 subscribers, you can still do videos.
Yeah, but it's
great. It's
great. Let me finish.
What is the difference between 1,000 and 10,000?
I am grateful for the amount of subscribers I've got. It really does, seriously now, it really does warm the old cockles of the heart that many people want to watch my videos and subscribe. So I'm always going to be behind them. So I will put out a little, the reason I started this is I don't know what to play after Crowbar. There's so many games like you. There's so many games I want to play. And I have ADHD and I have, whatchamacallit, we have to put things in straight lines and all that sort of thing. Yeah. I let them decide. And then I'll go, okay, great, I can do that one. It's one I want to do. That's that one next. So that's why I like to involve people, because I can't make my own mind up, I think I'm trying to say.
Well, I don't know what your cockles are. I don't want to know what your cockles are.
I've never heard the expression.
First of all, but you don't need to cockle to your subscribers because there's no difference between 1,000 and 1,000,000 subscribers. You can still put out videos. It's not.
Sure. But nobody watches them if you have no subscribers.
Okay, so having someone watch your video is why you do it?
No, it means I'm doing something a little bit right, and I'm grateful because they're hard work. They are hard work to put out. To record.
Your subscribers. Go ahead. You're still picking up to your subscribers. Listen, I've never said anything about my subscribers. I don't ever say, oh, guys, please subscribe to my channel because I really need your help and your advice.
Be careful. You're up to what at the moment?
What are they going to do? Are they going to unsubscribe from my channel? Is that what? I don't care if they subscribe or unsubscribe to my channel. Doesn't matter to me. I'll still put out the same amount of videos. I'll still do the same thing I do now, whether I have 5 people watch or 10,000 people watching. That's the problem. Some people get into YouTube is they get too wrapped up in how many people they have and how many views they have and how much money they're making off of YouTube. You know how much money I made off of YouTube? Zero. I've got money sitting there that YouTube owes me, and I haven't put in my. You have to send them a thing. I don't do this. I do this for to help everyone else. Like right now, I do this to help you and Tony learn how to raise your bar up a little bit and try to become better. And once I'm done with you two, I'll probably move on to somebody else.
You'll find some other schmuck.
It take me a couple years, but once I'm done with you two and I've got you up to the point now where you're winners and not down at the bottom, then we'll talk.
Okay.
So that's why I do it, is to help people out. That's my channel. I mean, I just try to help people out. I do things to help people learn, and if you don't want to watch it, then you don't have to watch it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I do mine because I enjoy doing it, but I also enjoy the interaction with the,
you don't do yours live. There's no interaction. You have comments.
Yeah, and that's interaction.
Oh, okay.
That's what I call interaction, and I love all the comments and answering, and people ask you questions or they'll moan about something or you've got something. I love it all. That's great. That's part of it for me. is
So if you had a list to put out to your subscribers of the next upcoming games, what would your list? You don't have to be. Let me just say this first. You don't have to be exact. Just rough guess what games would be on the list.
I know which games are going to be on the list because they're the ones I want to play.
Okay.
But I can't decide. It's going to be Men of Iron. It's going to be Flying Colours. It's going to be one of the D-Days. And it's going to be Lock and Load.
Just those 4?
Just for now, yeah. Because the next one, and then I'll play them in the order that they're voted for. So that's something I don't have to think about. I know what I'm playing next.
Do you realize you don't have a DVG game on there? And Sally over DVG is going to be a little upset with you.
It's Sarah.
Sarah is going to be over at DVG. Is going to be a little upset with you if you don't get that DVG on the list.
Well, I've played them all.
You played them all?
Yeah. Apart from B-17.
All right. Haven't played B-17. You haven't played Warfighter in 2 years. I asked for a scenario 2 years ago that you never did. So I'm a subscriber. Where's my what you're not showing? I'm going to unsubscribe to you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unsubscribe.
I don't care. But no, seriously. Yeah, seriously. I haven't played B-17 because, as you found yourself, it's a long game, isn't it? Even if you do a short scenario, it's a great game, but it's a long game. I'm stopping it. Didn't
I don't think it's any longer than Tiger Leader. I mean, you got the shorter scenarios, about 2 years or so. That's about 12 or so scenarios. Each scenario, you're talking about probably between 10 and 12 hours.
Yeah. And that's a long time to video.
And Susan over at DVG is not going to be happy with you.
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. I'll get it down as soon as I'm done with all the girls' names I can think of that are S's. Siri over at DVG. If you don't have a DVG on the list.
I'm not biting. So yeah, no DVGs on there, but I have got plans to do.
And if you're going to play Men of Iron, you're going to play Lock and Load, you're going to play, what else is on your list?
Flying Colours.
Flying Colours, and
I've forgotten now. Men of Iron.
The D-Day, right?
D-Day, that's right. Yeah, one of the D-Days.
So you're going to play all 4 of those. That's going to take you, probably another month or 2.
Months.
Oh, that's right, because you only put out like 1 video a week.
Yeah.
That's not good for your subscribers, man. Your subscribers demand more. I demand more. I'm a subscriber. I'm going to unsubscribe. Terrible. We have different views about subscribers. I'm going to go have a drink. I'm going to go have.
I'm going to go and have a lie down in a darkened room now, just for a few moments. But
hopefully you'll get back up.
Huh?
I said hopefully you'll get back up.
Yes, I might. Depends.
Let's hope.
I might have a glass of wine.
What time is it over there? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, yeah, in the evening.
What time do you eat supper?
Well, I would have done, but I did this instead.
You had no supper?
Well, there'll probably be something, but...
oh, you better get in there and get it.
Yeah, I'm going to. Starting to grumble.
Is it, let me guess, fish?
No.
Then it's going to be pork.
Pork? No, we had that the other day.
What is it? What is it then?
It's an Italian pasta dish, if you must know.
Really?
Tagliatelle alla Romano.
Wow, that's nice. Italian. I didn't know you Brits eat Italian.
Oh, God. We do eat, yes. Yes, we do. Yes, I'm not not rising. Yes, we do. We eat from all nations.
From all nations.
We do like your particular cuisine as well. We do have hamburger and fries sometimes. So,
Well, you enjoy your dinner. I think we'll sign off.
Okie doke. It's been fun, by the way, with all the ribbing.
It's been a good time when I get to get you guys all riled up over nothing. But
that's the point. That's the whole idea.
We'll see you sometime this week and see a video or two from you.
Yeah, and we'll be popping into yours if it's not too late to say hi. Yeah.
All righty, guys, everyone, thanks for coming on out. OG and Jillian and Heathwell and let's see, who else was here? Tony, RJL, Viper Dame. Had a lot of good comments.
OG?
I said OG.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But we need to stay focused. Next time I'm going to have a list of things to talk about.
You're gonna be like a chat show host.
Well, yeah, I got you. I got to keep you guys focused. If I just let you two ramble, I think next time it'll be an experiment. I'm just gonna sit here and listen to you two for like half an hour, and I'm gonna write down everything that you talk about,
and then throw it back in our face afterwards.
Well, that's what I do. I try to help out. That's what I do. Anyways. Let's see if we can get Lock and Load to postpone their live streams and keep us on our normal schedule.
It was good, though.
Huh?
It was good. Did enjoy it.
Well, I mean, Sundays are hard for America because we actually have football and stuff. So a lot of people watch
American football. Yes.
No, we watch British football over here. What do you think?
Well, it's called football over here. It's called it's American football, isn't it?
No, it's called football. The National Football League. It's not the National American Football League.
Yeah, but you nicked the name from us, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
You called it rugby, shouldn't you?
We should have called it throw ball. We should have called it throw ball because there's really not a lot of kicking in it.
You kick one of them about, it goes all over the place.
We should call it touchdown ball or something. Who knows?
Yeah. So it's confusing.
But football is just not it was not a great word for it, but it's too ingrained in American history now. It's too late to change it. Although, they have to change all the names of the teams, right? Because we have the Washington Redskins and we have the Cleveland Indians, and so there's a big kick to get all these teams to switch their names because it's offensive to people.
Are you getting that trouble as well? We get it over here.
Oh yeah. We've got people tearing down all the Confederate statues, and
people attacking Churchill statues and things. Terrible.
Yeah, people are. If less people would be out there rioting and watching our show, the world would be a much better place.
If just playing games, they would. If they sort their differences out,
it would be a much better place. If they would just watch our show, they would get a little bit more informed on.
I'm not so sure about that, but anyway, I'll go with it.
See, you can't say that things as a co-host, okay? I got to train you on everything, don't I? Good Lord.
Yeah.
You can't say that. We got people watching that are counting on our positivity, and then you saying, "Well, I don't know about that." That's not positive.
All right.
You got to be positive. You got to be upbeat. You got to keep our viewers engaged and happy.
Well, I hope they are.
Not when you're like, "Well, I don't know if we're very good."
You don't give a monkeys about people watching.
Huh?
You don't give a monkeys about people watching.
I don't, but you do.
No, I don't. It's your channel.
Well, with that, we're going to sign off because that's a great way to end it. Oh, my God. That was good.
Take care, everyone.